story, but a gangster with a difference because this is a gangster with a conscience.
I don't need no gun to do my thing. Mao Zedong said that power grows out the barrel of a gun. He never said that power was a gun.
He was really nothing but an antisocial gangster. He was really nothing but an antisocial gangster. He was really nothing but an antisocial gangster.
He is a sort of gangster, you know, because this is a gangster story, but a gangster with a difference because this is a gangster with a conscience.
I don't need no gun to do my thing. Mao Zedong said that power grows out the barrel of a gun. He never said that power was a gun. That's why I don't need no gun to do my thing. What I need is some freedom. What I need is the power to determine my destiny.
Niggas lying, rapping about a life that they never live. Realize, these streets crying for a miracle. Now I'm on fire, I am a miracle. These niggas lying, rapping about a life that they never live. That's why hip-hop's dying. These streets crying for a miracle. I'm on fire, I'll never die, I am a miracle. These niggas lying, rapping about a life that they never live. Realize, these streets crying for a miracle. I'm on fire, I'll never die, I am a miracle. Niggas lying, rapping about a life that they never live. Pussy ass niggas, streets crying for a miracle. I'm on fire, I'll never die, I am a miracle.
Telling the truth when I'm teaching you. Niggas get caught and start telling the truth.
What's this guy's name? It's something Hawk. And it may sound stereotypical, but dude looks like he's done some time. And sounds like he's done some time.
Whatever, then I'm wrong. You got me now. Oh, you figured me out. You fucking income fucking poop.
Yo. Peace to the tribes, peace to the tribes. Let's get this shit together, man. Tribe. Let me get some bows and arrows in the chat. If you can hear me loud and clear. Because I was listening to the playback of the last stream and it really wasn't as what's the word? Damn, I forgot to turn that light on right there. It really wasn't as loud as it should be. It could be me. But, you know, I'd rather blame it on someone else, you know. Tonight's topic, I'm still saying tonight. That's what happened, man. Live from Mound City. Grand rising. Peace to all the tribes. Sleep is for the weak. So yeah, we're gonna get into it, man. You already know what it is, man. You are now live with the Unconquered Tribes. It's your motherfucking knocker from the blocker, the Incredible Hawk. You know what I'm talking about? We're going to give everybody a little time to get in here, man. You know it's early for some of these guys, man. And then we're going to get on it. I got a few things lined up, man. We're going to drop some jewels. But you know, we got to start it off right. You know how we rocking. Peace to all the tribes, man. Make sure you hit that like and share this live, man. Let everybody know, man, we about to drop these jewels. You already know how we rocking, man, so let them know, man, it's up. The Hawks is out. You know what I'm talking about? You know what time it is when the Hawks come out, man. Somebody tell them what time it is. Let's see what we got. Is that the right one? Nah, we won't do this one. Try to keep it a little entertaining for y'all. Damn, I forgot I got the new video.
They charged
We'll save it.
Jesus with sedition.
We'll save it for next
Didn't they do
time.
that? They said he was.
It's too soon for that right there, man. Let's get this going first. We just got to go with the flow, man. I'm trying to give y'all time to, share the stream. See who woke, man. It's just thousands of motherfuckers woke right now, man. We need to get them over here so we could drop these jewels.
They charged Jesus with sedition. Didn't they do that? They said he was against Caesar. They said he was discriminating because he told his disciples, go not the way of the Gentiles, but rather go to the lost sheep. He discriminated. Don't go near the Gentiles, go to the lost sheep. Go to the oppressed. That's right, that's right, that's right. Ride, 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 ride. Little by when you see me ride. Don't you see me switching lanes? Bitch ass niggas switch sides. Don't hate the riders, hate the game. Don't hate the riders, don't hate the riders, don't hate the riders, don't hate me, man. Don't hate ass niggas switching sides. Don't you see me switching lanes? Let me by when you see me ride. Don't you see me switching lanes? Bitch ass niggas switching sides. Don't hate the riders, hate the game. Don't hate the riders, don't hate the riders, don't hate the riders, don't hate me, man. Don't hate ass niggas switching sides. Don't you see me switching lanes? This king shit, fuck change, man. Give me gold bars and gold crowns. If a pimp's up, these hoes down. Housewives turn porn star. These hoes go too far. I'm guru, this gangsta. St. Louis don't fight fair. Put bullet holes in your paint job. Fake hoes get exposed. Eat bitch niggas like takeout. Hate the game, don't hate the riders. They watch us like a stakeout. Lurking on my Instagram. Is that what all that hate about? You acting like I give a damn. Like I don't know these hoes foul. Okay, I'm reloaded. Who wants a war now? Knock, knock, better open up or we gon' kick the door down. Pine line, stay soldiered up, nigga, you can ask the whole town. I walk on water like Black Jesus, it's rider season. Let me by when you see me ride. Don't you see me switching lanes? Bitch ass niggas switch sides. Don't hate the riders, hate the game. Don't hate the riders, don't hate the riders, don't hate the riders, don't hate me, man. Don't hate ass niggas switching sides. Don't you see me switching lanes? Let me by when you see me ride. Don't you see me switching lanes? Bitch ass niggas switching sides. Don't hate the riders, hate the game. Don't hate the riders, don't hate the riders, don't hate the riders, don't hate me, man. Don't hate ass niggas switching sides. Don't you see me switching lanes? I'm 100 in any lane, like the neurosurgeon get plenty brain. I'm plenty high, you know how we ride. Don't you see me switching lanes? I'm out my mind like insane. It's my time and I'm not playing. I bury the pharaoh in hot sand. Don't they know this God's land? Fire water, they see me ride. Don't they know this God's plan? If you ain't about it, don't talk about it. Look, bro, that's all that I'm saying. Minivan full of contraband. 415 like a marching band. Got a sweet 16, 500 grams. Wake up now, nigga, not the scam. Wild child, nigga, Taliban. Got a wild style like a spray can. Niggas fake like spray tan. Bitches shady like Ray-Bans. I'm unpersuaded, I can't be faded. I'm underrated, I gotta shine. Fuck the clock, boy, fuck your watch. Ride or die, nigga, now it's time. Let me by when you see me ride. Don't you see me switching lanes? Bitch ass niggas switch sides. Don't hate the riders, hate the game. Don't hate the riders, don't hate the riders, don't hate the riders, don't hate me, man. Don't hate ass niggas switching sides. Don't you see me switching lanes? Let me by when you see me ride. Don't you see me switching lanes? Bitch ass niggas switching sides. Don't hate the riders, hate the game. Don't hate the riders, don't hate the riders, don't hate the riders, don't hate me, man. Don't hate ass niggas switching sides. Don't you see me switching lanes?
That is obvious, but we don't know if it's obvious that God is white. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad teaches us that Jesus did not have blonde hair and blue eyes. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad teaches us that the images of Jesus that are on prison walls and churches throughout the world are not historically correct, because history teaches us that Jesus was born in a region where the people had color. There's proof in the very Bible that you ask us to read in Revelations 1st chapter, verse 14 and 15, that Jesus had hair like wool and feet the color.
Tom, next caller. You don't like it? Kiss my ass, you don't like it. It's my house.
Let's get into it. Peace to the tribes. Peace to the tribes. Make sure, I'm going to try to be a little more diligent with this chat. Tribe, man. Shout out to Sean. You already know what it is. Tribe. D. Harris. Special shout out. New member. Hawk School alumni. Appreciate the support. Islam El Gal. You already know what it is. Some baby in this bitch. Tribe. I see who woke. Yeah, you already know what we on, man. We gonna do what we do, man. Drop these jewels real quick. Hold on, man. It ain't no fun without the music, man. Let me see. Maybe it's me, man. Maybe I'm just too lit. You know what I'm talking about? Or maybe not. I know I got all these motherfucking keyboards and shit. Let's get to it then, man. Apparently everybody can hear me loud and clear. So we're going to get right into it, man. Let me just turn this up just a little bit more. Yeah, there we go. I'm trying to get it loud. Oh, shit, we don't want no weird shit happening with the mic, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Hold on. All right, that should help. Maybe my headphones was up too loud. You know, we're gonna do a little we're gonna build on, you know, the mounds, of course. You know. Live from Mound City, you know what it is. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. That's how I'm supposed to do that right there. Grand Rising, man. Grand Rising, you know what I'm talking about. Rich Risings. Just giving everybody a little time to get in here, man. You know what I'm saying? Let's do this. Okay, we got some people coming in here. Come on in. Got the trunk knocking king shit. Akhenaten. King Tut with it. You don't want no problems. Shout out Charles Johnson in this bitch. Peace. Got the trunk knocking king shit. Akhenaten. It ain't enough people in here, man, to drop these jewels, man. The way I be coming with this shit, man. Oh shit. That's the Most High telling me to calm down. Humble yourself. Humble yourself, Hawk School. All right. I got something for y'all, man. We're gonna check out this video. It's actually on private. I just uploaded it. But we're gonna play it on here first. Peace to the tribes. Y'all hear me? Yeah, we here. The real ancestors in the building. It's Hawkin tribe. Peace and bliss. Today we're gonna take a little ride. You know what I'm saying? We go back for money shirt, you know what I'm saying? Gonna take a little ride to Sugarloaf Mound, man. We're on our way to Sugarloaf Mound. And that's what today's video is about. You know, they talk about, you know, not believing the scientists. We're doing field research today. There go the address. If y'all want to pull up, you know what I'm saying? All my St. Louisans. Yeah, it's actually live, Vixen 99. So you can actually go ahead and share it. Yeah, we live. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, I know I'm not really on schedule. You know what I'm saying? On schedule. You know, I don't believe in time. What can I say? Time doesn't exist. Clocks do. I digress. But peace to you. Appreciate you tuning in, and everyone else. Please share the stream, man. You know, talk amongst yourselves freely, you know. I'm gonna have to get some trolls or something, man, because I need more conversation in the chat, man. We gotta get this algorithm bumping, you know what I'm talking about? We're trying to run it up, you dig? But here's the address, 4420 Ohio Street. So, you know, I was doing a research on Sugarloaf Mound, you know what I'm saying, which is one of the mounds of St. Louis, of course. One of the last surviving mounds that these scallywags done built a motherfucking house on top of, and which I'm about to show you. And then we also have, of course, you know, we got some books. You know how we do it, you know what I mean? We got some books, we got some videos, we got some articles, we got some, you know, a little bit of everything, man. You know how we build over here, man. So make sure you tune in, man. We trying to, you know, get the early bird special in, you know. They say the early bird gets the worm, but you do know the hawk gets the early bird, right? Now, when I pull up to this place, it say it's like a private road. You know what I'm saying? Do not enter. Ooh. So, I mean, it was just a sign say no through traffic and shit. But, you know, I went here, rolled the dice. You already know what type of Indian I am. Tribe. And I pulled up, the whole shit fenced off, though. Except for this other house. But, you know, I'm gonna let you see this full screen so you don't miss nothing. So we pulling in right here. You can see this the little private street. It's the mound up here, but it's another one over on the side. You'll see, and it's got These funky motherfuckers house on it. We'll talk about it. Trespass.
You have arrived at your destination on the right.
Yeah. Pull up game strong, nigga. Keep that in mind. Tribe. Yeah, so hold on, look, you can see the shape of it right there. See, cause this shit is not no motherfucking what was I gonna say? This shit ain't no motherfucking dirt, my nigga. Like, where is a picture of the okay, first we just gonna look at this. We're just gonna do a little compare contrast, you know how we rocking, right? You know. We're gonna check this out. Hold on, not this one. Let's go. Damn, did I X out of it? These funky motherfuckers. Hold on, man. I ain't roll up enough. I'm gonna have to roll up. Where is that picture? Oh, well, we'll just use that one. No, we don't want to use that one. We'll just use this. Peace to the tribes. If you're just tuning in, man, make sure you hit the like, you know what I'm saying, and share the stream so we could get it out there. You know what I'm saying? You know, as soon as you just click the little button and you can share it on your Twitter, your Facebook, your message, your email, something. You know what I'm saying? Something, shout it. Teamwork made the dream work, you know what I'm talking about? Let's see, we'll check out this. Live from Mound City. You already know what it is. You're now live with the Unconquered Tribe. Big Hawkin with the Incredible Hawk. If you think we ain't lit, man, don't make me get to playing some more music. I'm trying to study, you know what I'm saying? Niggas trying to learn something over here. I got too much going on. Okay, yeah, there we go. This shit ain't... This what's under the grass, my nigga. You know what I'm talking about? Let me show you something. Here go to the bluff where they built the Walmart. You know what I'm saying? Same kind of shit, right? It's a real good video we gonna watch where he zoom in on the whole it may be Sugarloaf, I don't know. Now this is Washington University doing work on they're actually doing work on Cahokia Mounts. All right. So do y'all see what's going on here? We see they cover this shit up. They don't even want us to see the whole shit. They don't even want us to see it. I think I could get up there. Somebody might live in here. Oh, shit. Peace to the tribes. This is my ancestors shit. They got that shit fenced in. You know what I'm talking about? Shout out Son Baby in the chat, man. I appreciate you, Hawk. You know what I'm talking about? Straight up. It's niggas like you make the world go round, bro. You know I'm gonna keep it all the way gangster though. I got something for you.
Blessed is he who in the name of charity and goodwill shepherds the weak through the valley of darkness. For he is truly his brother's keeper and the finder of lost children. And I will strike down upon thee with great vengeance and furious anger those who attempt to poison and destroy my brothers. And you will know my name is the Lord when I lay my vengeance upon thee. Got the trunk knocking king shit, I cannot. I'm king tut with it, you don't want no problems. I'm so 1,000, I am so 1,000. This is king shit, hear me nigga, total power. I fly with hawks, why should I walk when I can fucking fly? Bitch, I don't die, the devil lied, he thought I won't survive. Ride for my tribe, we undivided, my right hand of God. All these rappers falling off cause they a bunch of frauds. Always in they fucking feelings, dog, just like a bunch of bras. I'm so 1,000, nigga, I'm above it all. We Hawkin, dog, king shit, fuck the law. If life's a bitch, fuck a rubber, fuck a raw. King shit, I seen shit you ain't never saw. G shit, I'm ahead of y'all. You haters matter now. Spring, summer, fall, or winter, I'm a born winner. You a mark ass nigga. Got the trunk knocking king shit, I cannot. I'm king tut with it, you don't want no problems. I'm so 1,000, I am so 1,000. This is king shit, hear me nigga, total power. I got the trunk knocking king shit, I cannot. I'm king tut with it, you don't want no problems. I'm so 1,000, I am so 1,000. This is king shit, hear me nigga, total power. Can't walk the streets at night without your bodyguards. Pray for my braiding vultures crossing, they eat body parts. I'm 1K like Slate Stone raps a graveyard. I'ma raise the dead, space bar, raise the bar. I am serious, get it nigga, red star. I am Hawkin trunk knocking red car. I'm so dope, white coat / black tar. I'm Marcus Garvey, motherfucker, this the black star. Don't want no problems with us, don't get your ass involved. Ooh, I monkey motherfucker, we the mob. Mind over body, MOB. If you want total power, you gotta be a G. King shot the trunk, knocking king shit. I cannot. I'm king tut with it, you don't want no problems. I'm so 1,000, I am so 1,000. This is king shit, hear me nigga, total power. I got the trunk, knocking king shit. I cannot. I'm king tut with it, you don't want no problems. I'm so 1,000, I am so 1,000. This is king shit, hear me nigga, total power. Got the trunk knocking king shit, I cannot. I'm king tut with it, you don't want no problems. I'm so 1,000, I am so 1,000. This is king shit, hear me nigga, total power. I got the trunk knocking king shit, I cannot. I'm king tut with it, you don't want no problems. I'm so 1,000, I am so 1,000. This is king shit, hear me nigga, total power. Total power, total power. Hear me nigga, total power. Hear me nigga, total power. Blessed.
Hear me? Yeah, we here. Peace to the tribes. Birds going crazy. Y'all hear me? Yeah, we here. The real ancestors in the building. I don't know if I'm supposed to be out here, y'all. It's a private street, no trespass. I don't know. It's the address. Different address. It's clearly a mile. Good look. Say beware a dog.
I'm telling the truth when I'm teaching you. Niggas get caught and start telling the truth.
Tom, next caller. You don't like it? Kiss my ass, you don't like it. It's my house.
On the gram and in the booth.
I don't like the way that you're holding.
Yeah. Tribe. I had to go get the goddamn stash, you know what I'm talking about? Oh yeah, what up, DJ? Cut in the motherfucking building. Hold on, let me get you right out. There you go, man. Make sure you got you a tomahawk, you know what I'm saying, in case them niggas get tripping in the streets. Who said they need some books, man? Seen somebody in the chat say they need a book about the goddamn the mounds. We got all types of fly shit over here for you. So let me get this dope together. I mean, this medicine, you know what I'm saying? Ancient mounds in St. Louis, 1819. So I found this nice little stash. This is actually from the community college. Nice little stash of stash. It's a drawing from 1869 of the Big Mound, St. Louis, 1869. That's the one we already went to, y'all. You know what I'm talking about? In case they ain't check it out, they might not have seen it, y'all. I'm just keeping it on it. Maybe they didn't see it. Because I just seen the dude. Actually, we'll show it after we play this. This right here. Because we're going to get into some specifics. You know what I'm saying? We ain't going to just deal with, you know what I'm saying, the Cahokia Mounds per se. We're going to deal with the site. We also going to be dealing with Mound 72, which is very interesting. Of course, you know, we're dealing with the Sugarloaf Mound, which is over on the St. Louis side. Because it's also a mound over on, if you're from St. Louis, it's over off Martin Luther King and King's Highway, up under the park over there. And it's crazy because, like, most of these locations of these mounds, when you do the research, and a lot of these, like you got the water tower, what did we discover? Rediscovered that was the largest Greek so-called Corinthian tower on the planet Earth, is right in the hood in St. Louis. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I'm saying that to say this: a lot of these sites are like niggas is all around them. You know what I'm saying? Like, still, you know what I mean? Even still, like, even like the fact that how we were forced at gunpoint out of Georgia. You know what I'm saying? Because they wanted to steal our gold. Shit like that. But every nigga in America, I remember at one time, every nigga was like, I'm moving to Atlanta. I'm moving to Atlanta. I'm moving to Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you don't be knowing why shit be a certain way until you get a little older and wiser. I would say wiser more so than older. Because you could be young and wise. Don't get it twisted. And you could be old and dumb as fuck. You know what I'm saying? So it's like goddamn dragging a dead ass horse all across the planet Earth ain't gonna make that motherfucker smart, is it? You know, we left him where he was. You know, I just gotta get right with the get right. You know what I'm talking about? Let's check this out. since we already been down there.
Riverside. Guys, if you're still
Come on, man. Come on. Don't start all that. Commercials on commercials, man. Come on. I got my own goddamn ad campaign we got running. Oh, yeah, and don't be scared of that $100 challenge. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, real challenge, nigga. The fuck, we grown as shit. Y'all know that. We big working over here. You ain't got time to be goddamn playing with you and panhandling, nigga. If you want to help out, you can help out. But we ain't doing no panhandling. You know what I'm talking about? So don't be playing with me. I appreciate your intentions. You know what I'm saying? But you do know what it say in the Bible. Good intentions pave the roads to hell. So that ain't where we headed. You know what I'm saying? Oh shit, I got down, rolled the whole motherfucking filter out this bitch. You know, and if you think goddamn like, damn, big house school, this nigga going nuts. You know what I'm saying? This nigga asking too much. Hold on then. If you feel that way, shawty, just know that I got something in the clip for you. You know what I'm talking about? Always.
But change your motherfucking mindset. You wanna know why you ain't got shit? Cause you ain't thinking about shit. I come out the door every day with this shit on my mind. I'm gonna give me a bag. Fuck wrong with you? I'm gonna give me some cash. Change your motherfucking mindset, man. You think pennies, you get pennies. Bitch, I'm thinking dollars.
I digress.
putting your podcast on Zoom, do yourself and
for you today. A little lost history. We are flying into the heart of the country, St. Louis, Missouri. And we have Cahokia across the river. But I want to talk about St. Louis today. And we are going to go near the Stan Musial Memorial Bridge here. Who is Stan Musial? He's one of the greatest consistent hitters in baseball history. He had 3,630 hits, 1,815 at home.
Nigga, so? We don't give a fuck about that goddamn scallywag, man. Come on with it.
We're going to go down here, just under the bridge. We're going to take a look at a little monument here. Now, right here, under the bridge, there is a little monument, a stone. And this had an inscription in it, and I guess that plaque has been taken off because fear it was going to be stolen or something. But this is a little monument that marks kind of a sad chapter, but certainly a different chapter of American history. And this marks what was here at one time. But what did Mound Street and Broadway look like about 175 years ago? Well, here is a map. Here is the area that we are looking at, where that little monument lies. Mapping was done. A huge mound that looked a lot like the ones at Cahokia and a Poverty Point. That's the way that shape looks like. But there was a great mound within the city limits of St. Louis a long time ago. And it was totally razed, totally taken out. Here is a pic at what that shore at St. Louis looked like in an artist rendition.
Now, even though this is an artist rendition, you do see all these motherfucking houses, right? You don't see damn motherfucking teepee, do you, dog? I'm gonna keep on pushing that goddamn motherfucking point. One of the show signs of the nigga coming to you on some goddamn fake Indian shit. Some motherfucking teepee. Teepee shit. All in his motherfucking drawers and shit, no shirt on. Fuck wrong with you, boy? Or go put on some goddamn clothes, man. Come out here with these women.
The great mound right here. Here are workers when they were dismantling the mound, putting in newer construction, city, homes, some industry in this area. And here you get a good idea of the former shape of this. It was a sloping mound very good sized, and it would have taken probably a lot of work.
No, I don't know if I'm tripping, but that show looked like a motherfucking light pole right there. Yeah, man, it's just a lot of motherfucking straight lines. Be some motherfucking dirt, ain't it, y'all? I don't know, maybe I'm tripping. Yeah, man, we gotta know our worth, cut. You know what I'm talking about? Straight up. You got these goddamn fool ass niggas out here running up goddamn 80K in a day, goddamn, and these niggas ain't doing shit but goddamn fucking off. Shit. At least we goddamn, nigga, you could be a master teacher, nigga, just subscribing to Hawk School. Nigga, you subscribe to goddamn Hawk School, nigga, and you go back and goddamn get all these motherfucking primary sources I done gave you and learn this shit, nigga. You go be somebody master teacher, dog, if you want to run the play. Straight up. I just be giving this shit away. You know what I'm saying? And they say, well, the game's to be sold, not told. Nigga, not sold to your motherfucking brothers and your goddamn... Come on, bro. Trade me something. You know what I'm saying? So I trade you this knowledge for, I don't know, some pictures of some dead white people if you got them. Got any pictures of dead white people? Some nigga gonna send me some weird morbid ass shit. Let's get back to it.
To totally get rid of this. And there were smaller mounds that were also taken out in this area. And that's why St. Louis is called Mound City. Now, this was written in the St. Louis newspaper in 1869. It says, men are digging on every side, and what should have been purchased by the city and preserved, inviolate will soon hide, and what should have been purchased by the city and preserved, inviolate will soon be known only in local tradition. So wrote the Daily Missouri Democrat, a local newspaper, on November 8th, 1860.
Boy, you see them, how they done bust that motherfucker down like a goddamn crack rock, boy? They bust that motherfucker down. I thought I had the picture. It must be in the laptop. That's that good gas. That's that good gas. Yeah, they bust that motherfucker down, man. Hold on, I think I got the picture on the other joint. Yeah, man. If you just tuning in, man, you already know what it is, man. You live with the Incredible Hawk, man, and the Unconquered Tribes. So if you're not subscribe, man. Hit the motherfucking like, share this stream, man. Email this to your motherfucking mama, man. Tell her she is not from Africa. She's an Indian. Straight up. If you don't like all the cussing and shit, you know what I'm saying? If you goddamn a pedestrian and you can't fly above the clouds to see these clear, beautiful skies, my nigga, I don't know what to tell you. But ain't nothing but love over here. You know what I'm talking about? Zero corruption. You did.
Motherfucker, ain't no corrupt communication came out of my mouth. You know what the corrupt communication is? That's when you talk about the devil. He the devil. Your motherfucking communication is corrupted.
Oh, I was supposed to be getting a book for somebody, wasn't I? You know what? Damn, did I have a picture up? I took that motherfucker down. Oh, no, I got it up on here. All right, now this is what's crazy. Oh, yeah, I'm glad I got this up. All right, so this the map of from the Great Fire, because they're showing how the Great Fire spread. Because I just really want y'all to see. This the river. You know what I'm saying? Here go the streets. Market Street, Chestnut, Olive, Washington, Monarch, Cherry. Now, if you just go down a few more blocks, you know what I'm saying, further up this way on this map, then you're gonna be at the big mound. You know know what I'm saying? Even look at the contrast. Let's see if it'll pop up first. You know? Boom. Here go the St. Louis Mound Group. Here go the Dome. Here go 170, the Interstate 170, I don't know. If you from around here, you'll know that this the same area. Now look at all these motherfucking mounds on here. This from the college, from the community college, little research stash and shit. Overlay of the Mississippian Mound Group with modern streets, highways, and buildings in downtown St. Louis, Missouri. Image provided by Mark Leach from the video documentary Uncovering Ancient St. Louis. Now look at this shit. You know what I'm saying? It's been our land, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Niggas got the same stomping grounds. Still to this day. So that's, you know what I'm saying? It was just funny to me because when I saw that image right there, I immediately thought of this image. With the boats. Here go the steamboats, here go the river, here go the streets. That's the arch right there. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you know how to read maps, but if you don't, you need to motherfucking learn, nigga, and goddamn slap the shit out your uncle for not teaching you. All right, let's see. This one. Book. I'm supposed to be getting somebody a book. Where is it? Let's read a little bit about this. Old St. Louis, Missouri sits only 7 miles to the west of Excuse me. Yeah, there we go. Get a fly Indian on the screen, you know what I'm talking about. Old St. Louis, Missouri sits only 7 miles to the west of Monk's Mound on the opposite bank of the very navigable and long Mississippi River. The Grand River is estimated to stretch through middle North America for 2,320 miles, from headwaters in western Minnesota to its outflow in the Gulf of Mexico. Its multitude of tributaries provide waterway routes to many locations over a broad expanse of North America, and river silts, periodically deposited over its floodplains, ensured ongoing, very fertile areas for abundant agricultural returns. So, you know, that's just also showing, proving on the motherfucking, I guess I'll say, the theory of the Mississippi being the real Nile. You know what I'm saying? We could go into that, but that's a whole nother topic. But wherever it is, it's saying it's fertile land. You know what I'm saying? And this motherfucker stretch from goddamn Minnesota to the Gulf of Mexico, my nigga. So we been had a highway. One of the tributaries to the Mississippi River is the equally huge and long Missouri River, with its headwaters in Montana and joining the Mississippi River at St. Louis, Missouri. So you see how niggas can just travel through this bitch? From the Gulf of Mexico to Montana, my nigga, on straight water. Branching waterways at St. Louis, that's what made us fly, with links back through the Great Lakes and St. Lawrence Seaway to the Atlantic Ocean. We all the way through this motherfucker, bro. That shit is straight natural highways. Like, they had to build bridges over this shit so that you can travel by car. Because the nigga could already travel by water, right? Why they building bridges, right? You building a highway over the highway looking ass. Because you can't sell me no gas when goddamn I'm rowing down the motherfucking river. You know what I'm saying? Or just floating. You got to have no gas money. Throw my motherfucking goddamn canoe in that bitch. Oh, we on our way, cuz. I'm about to throw my canoe in goddamn Mississippi right now, nigga. I see you. Where y'all at? We'll be down there in a few days. A nigga be talking all this slave talk, and these motherfuckers didn't make it across the Mississippi River, nigga, till after the goddamn Civil War. Stupid ass niggas. Anyway, focus. So we've explored the surviving mounds or known former mound positions immediately around Monk's Mound, but there was yet another classroom situated on high bluffs above the Mississippi River and dominated by one singularly huge mound called Big Mound, or as the early French founders of St. Louis named it, La Grange de Terre, the barn of earth. Huh, bruh? The massive mound, although nowhere as big as Big Mound, was the hub or fulcrum position for the old St. Louis distribution of mounds, and that grouping of satellites sat at coded distances and angles away from the hub position atop Big Mound. So now shit ain't just in no random places, shawty. You know what I'm saying? You know, Indians don't do no random shit, my nigga. Where the other picture at? All that shit line up for all you good goddamn, you know, star seeds. Shit line up, shouting. The shit line up. You dig? Let me continue reading a little more. I'll leave that there for you. The beautifully symmetrical outline of Big Mound dominated the high bluffs above the Mississippi River when St. Louis was first settled and built. Directly south of Big Mound was a cluster of satellite mounds, including one visually spectacular structure in 3 tiers or levels. Picture, view of, this is the view of St. Louis. Let me see if I can pull up that lithograph for you. Get on my scholarly shit. Oh, yes, I have a lithograph. Looking ass nigga. What the fuck is my lithograph, shouty? Man, you see my lithograph, man? Fuck is my lithograph? Oh, we got all kinds of fly shit, nigga. Yeah, we gonna get into it, nigga. Yeah, nigga. Well, you see them files, nigga? Look, yeah, nigga. The fuck, nigga? I'm in St. Louis. We ain't gonna let them play us like that, shouty. The fuck? Nigga can't be coming with more sauce than us. You know what I'm saying? We in this motherfucker. You know what I'm talking about, tribe? Straight up. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, cut. You could just hop in your goddamn canoe, goddamn, and pull up, nigga. You know what I'm saying? To St. Louis, you nigga, by the time we get down there, we could just roll up, nigga, smoke, and just goddamn let the Most High goddamn take a nigga to the next place. You know what I'm saying? It don't even take no effort. And they say, now this some old other theoretical shit, but that the Mississippi used to go the other way. So I guess now it pushed out into the Atlantic Ocean, Gulf of Mexico, whatever they just said. But it used to pull in, you know what I'm saying? But that's just like the Yucatan. That shit, where the Mayans and all that shit like catty corner, nigga, from goddamn ATL. You know what I'm saying? Gulf of Mexico, Louisiana, all that. You know what I'm saying? So as soon as a nigga get in the water, a nigga gonna end up in motherfucking Alabama. You know what I'm saying? Coming from the Gulf of Mexico. Where it's a motherfucking, you know what I'm saying, 100,000 pyramids at. So this is because, see, there was also, I got this shit, they talking about how the mound is really, that shit covering something up. You know what I'm saying? Because you got the you got the Cherokee Caves here. I don't know if it's in this one right here. See, this Bloody Island right here. See, nigga don't know nothing about Bloody Island. They sunk that. See, I'm gonna tell y'all real player shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, nigga don't know nothing about Bloody Island. I was telling my homeboy about that. That's where niggas used to go duel back in the goddamn day. You know what I'm saying? Like, niggas would be like, pull up, nigga. Like, that shit ain't new, nigga. Been pulling up. You know what I'm saying? But this was straight. You could look it up, Bloody Island. It was a motherfucking an island niggas used to just kill each other on. In the middle of the Mississippi, they would meet there. Indian Mound. North St. Louis. Now, this is a map showing the St. Louis mound group prepared by U.S. Army engineer named Robert E. Lee, 1837. All right. So that island ain't there no more. And the only reason I know the history because I used to drive a motherfucking taxi, nigga. And the goddamn old man told me. Old man told me about the 1904 World's Fair, nigga. I knew about that shit in like, how old is my son? That shit, I knew about that shit like maybe 2004, some shit, 2003. When I first started knowing about the World's Fair, you know what I'm saying? Because around Forest Park, where they had the World's Fair in St. Louis, it's all different kinds of houses, rich-ass houses. It's on Lindor, everybody know, if you're from here. But all the houses are like all rich-ass houses, but they're all different. Like every house is different, you know what I'm saying? It used to fuck me up as a kid. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Because you used to seeing like them little rich neighborhoods and everybody's house look all goddamn the same, right? So all the houses are different, and even this niggas from St. Louis probably don't know this. But the reason all them houses are different because each house was specifically built, this is what they say, specifically built for the diplomats from each motherfucking different countries. So you had different motherfuckers coming from different countries. So the shit was going on so long and was such a big thing, you know what I'm saying, that motherfuckers had straight houses built. Niggas probably built them, it ain't no doubt. But let's get back to it. So yeah, this is a 1837. This say stone quarries on here. Now this 1837, right, y'all? Do what they just said. Boy, Broadway right here, nigga. So goddamn Broadway had the same name, nigga. The street was named since 1837, nigga. And it's some goofy ass nigga on the internet talking about he live in a teepee, nigga. And they want their teepee. The fuck? You better snap out of it, man. You already know what we doing over here at Hawk School, man. We keeping it all the way motherfucking 1,000. You know what I'm talking about?
Giving you more of what you hoping for. You ain't hoping in the Lord, huh? You hoping in vain, material, superficial shit. That's why you can't see me, house niggas.
Let's get back to this shit we done stole from the college. Oh, shit. Acquired. The word is acquired. St. Louis, Common Field, Peter Shoto. Map of 1852 showing a portion of St. Louis Mound Group. See, this shit a big deal to everybody but us. We're going to get into it, though. It say large mound along Biddle Street. It say PMTGE 1852 map. Mound measuring about 100 by 130 feet on its flat top and about 15 feet in height. Map enhanced. Blah, blah, blah. Missouri Department of Natural Resources. Building history one day at a time on a construction trailer parked on the location of the St. Louis Mound Group. Huh? Why? That's what I'm saying. This shit is so goddamn next level and you niggas so sleep on it, bro, that motherfuckers is straight goddamn, niggas is on some goddamn, what's this shit called? What's that shit called, motherfucking? Fucking X-File shit, yeah. These niggas on some X-File shit. These niggas, what the fuck do y'all got this? Now it's in the motherfucking shit with all the other motherfucking archaeological shit, right? Archaeology, blah, blah, blah. It's in the college too, nigga. Now, so why the fuck do y'all got this motherfucking random ass construction motherfucking trailer over here, though? With this shit. You see what I'm saying? Oh, they just doing construction. Nigga, what? Then why they putting surface, historic layer, and prehistoric layer on their picture? Pretending like they ain't doing no motherfucking archaeology, my nigga. Pretending like they ain't. You know what I'm talking about? You already know what it is, man. You live with the Unconquered Tribes, man. She motherfucking knocker from the blocker, man. Wild like Chewbacca. The Incredible Hawk, man. Share the stream, man. Let them know we woke, man. Ben woke. There's more. Yeah, so that's where we was. And why they see that's why you gotta pull up on motherfuckers, cause they making it like it's just big accessible, y'all. Oh, you could just pull up. Drives by St. Louis last surviving mound, Sugar Mound. Look, this where I got the address too, nigga. This how I'm rocking. Straight stalker status, nigga. Fuck you talking about? Sugarloaf Mound located at 4420 Ohio. It's located where? Where tribe? Where that motherfucker at? Let me find out. And we pulling up. Fuck you talking about? Shit looking different though, ain't it, man?
You have arrived at your destination on the right.
Bruh. I think I could get up there. Somebody might live in here. Don't that look like that's the witch's house back there like a motherfucker? The witch's house, the witch's house. Let me read a little bit more here. Because of these multitude mounds, Old St. Louis was dubbed Mound City, and the amazing visual spectacle drew many early visitors to the location just to see the many mounds in all of their splendor. Sadly, in the best traditions of you don't know what you've got until you lose it, quote, end quote. The main grouping of mounds was all but gone in only 25 years. With Big Mound fully leveled by 1869, the railway needed fill dirt. Let that be the motherfucking reason. Hold on, man. I gotta put this on the screen so you can see these pictures. Yeah, man. Oh, fuck. That's for the other bill. All right, there we go. You see how motherfucking big that is? Pause. Them people right there, man. You people play too much, dog. Talking about they needed some motherfucking dirt. Then why it take you goddamn? Look at that, man. The main grouping of mounds was all but gone in only 25 years, with Big Mound fully leveled by 1869. So it took y'all 25 years to get rid of some dirt? Either I'm that stupid or y'all is. Somebody's stupid, though. The railway needed fill dirt. As a final indignity in the name of quote-unquote progress, the Missouri Department of Transportation is building a bridge right over the former site, presently thus obscuring the position of this vastly important landmark even more. Is that true, tribe? Let's see. Let's see if it's true. Let's see if it's true. That ain't it. You already know how we rocking.
Rivers.
They know exactly what it is. It's on Mound Street. I'm scared in a motherfucker.
Well, yep, looks like they built that bridge, guys.
Dead end. See, we on the river. This
Yeah, they built that
the
bridge.
Mississippi River right here, right over these little factory shit.
They built that bridge, man.
See it.
Now look how motherfucking.
Fucking sleeping down here. Well, as you can see,
Look at that shit, bro.
it says this boat over here. I can get a little close.
Now, that's what's left of these photos we looking at. And you see, they say the Great Indian Mound. Ain't nobody say the Great Native American Mound. Why it don't say it's Native American Mound? We know why.
Say this boulder stands near the site of the Great Indian Mound, leveled about 1870, which gave to the city of St. Louis the name Mound City.
Mound City. Yeah. Who knew? Who knew, nigga, that we was in the center of Egypt? Right here. In this cutthroat motherfucker. Who knew? We're gonna get to the cutthroatedness.
1868, on the fate of Big Mound, the largest of a cluster of formations left by long-departed Native American culture. The mounds were North American culture. The mounds were North in local tradition.
Hey man, I don't know who muted me, but it wasn't me. So I'm gonna do it again, man. Shout out motherfucking Trick Bag Shouty in this motherfucker. What they try to put me in, Shouty? I'm out. Tribe. DJ ZPE. Tribe. Shy Apis in this bitch. You already know what it is, all right? Knowledge. Mercury. Haru the Duke of the Great Lakes. Tribe. Vixen 99. Tribe. Hold on, you got a long ass message right there, Shouty. Hold on, I'm gonna have to get back to you on that right there. Let's play the video.
So wrote the Daily Missouri Democrat, a local newspaper, on November 8, 1868, on the fate of Big Mound, the largest of a cluster of earthen formations left by long-departed Native American culture. The mounds were north of the city's main business district, on a rise overlooking the Mississippi River. It says, Big Mound at today's North Broadway Mound Street was 319 feet long, 158 feet wide, and 34 feet high. Its flat top provided a panorama of river and city. It was a landmark for steamboat pilots and
Yeah, so I don't know if y'all can see this picture up here. It's kind of small. I can't zoom in because we already on the goddamn YouTube. But you see, ain't no fence or nothing up here. Niggas getting too motherfucking woke, coming fucking with shit. You know what I'm saying?
inspired one of St. Louis' first nicknames, Mound City.
Oh yeah, my bad. Yeah, 99. I'm him. Tribe.
A term that once grazed dozens of businesses and associations. What the former Venter Lumber Company built a two-story reception building atop Big Mound. With Venter Lumber Company built a two-story reception building atop Big Mound. With an extensive, beautiful Venter Lumber Company built a two-story reception.
Now, y'all might not be from around here, but if you are from here, then you know it's a street on St. Louis called Vandervanter. So all these people, you know what I'm saying? It all correlates.
Building atop Big Mound.
Built it on top of Big Mound. And when I was just watching, I think I was just watching the video. I gotta show y'all because you gonna think I'm making this shit up. He talking about Vandervanter. Motherfuckers just built a two-story joint on top of Big Mound, right? All right, well, let's see this. This motherfucker done. Oh yeah, right here. Cause I was rewatching the video.
Wait.
So I could see what I missed. Hawkin on my own motherfucking self. And if I'm correct, when I was riding down the street, oh no, that was something else. What was that I saw? I thought that was the Vandervander building, but no, I saw a mound. This mound something, I don't know what it is. I gotta look when I go back, but whatever this abandoned building is down the street right here on Cass, it's all associated. Like, it was a big deal to these motherfuckers, clearly. This Mound City, you know what I'm saying? And Illinois, you know what I'm saying? They call it Little Egypt. You know what I'm saying? I could probably, like, instantly just look up a motherfucking, a Little Egypt postcard. Bet I do. No, I got your book too. I ain't forgot about it. I be multitasking. Right here. I told you, just one click. One click. That's what you get. Yeah, I need that. I need to save that picture. That might have to be the thumbnail. All right, beeping and shit. I told you I was gonna come right up. Let's get back to the reading. I digress. But yeah, that little ass boulder. Ain't that something? Now you see it, now you don't. The ancient purpose-built hub position of Old St. Louis, out from which many satellite mounds bearing special distance and angle tutorials were precisely positioned. The hub atop Big Mound sat 35640 whatever, exactly 6.75 miles of 5280 each. All this whole weird shit. From the hub position atop Monk's Mound at a return azimuth angle of precisely 80 degrees, pictures taken from a poster publication of the Missouri Archaeological Society, September 1998. Blah, blah, blah. The distance of 6.75 miles is in homage to the 247,750th mile equatorial circumference of the Earth, which 675 miles would be 136.666. That's too many sixes to say. 36 squared to the thirds. To recap a very important tutorial about mathematical techniques used in ancient navigation. Sheesh. This shit too nerdy even for me. This kind of mental manipulation of what is in reality. Whole number. Oh, they going too far now. All right. They're talking about the Aztalan Mounds complex in Wisconsin. Uses the same distance coding at much reduced ratio as exists between Monk's Mound and Big Mound. The distance between the epicenter position of the two largest platform mounds. And then they give detailed measurements. And basically this is just talking about Aztalan, which is in Wisconsin. FYI, if you're looking for it. Well, according to this 1987 Army Corps of Engineers map of St. Louis Mound Group, Rogers and Pulcher says, as a cautionary note, this comment appears on the Missouri Department of Transportation website. An archaeological survey conducted for the Army Corps of Engineers attempted to test the estimated locations of several mounds. The survey employed a map created for the Museum of Science and Natural History that attempted to place the various mounds within the city grid by simply superimposing Peel and Say's survey map onto a modern city map. Using this map as reference, limited subsurface testing was conducted. However, no prehistoric deposits were identified. Marshall, 1992, notes that the map used by Rogers and Pulcher while providing a general location of the mound group is not consistent with mound locations shown on other historical maps of St. Louis in the 19th century. Consequently, testing was probably not done at any actual mound locations, with the exception of the Rogers and Pulcher survey and testing done for the Cochrane Gardens site. Now, if you're from St. Louis, you know that Cochrane Gardens is the projects.
Giving you more of what you hoping for. You ain't hoping in the Lord, no, you hoping in vain, material, superficial shit. That's why you can't see me, house niggas.
So let's get into this. Where's this other article? Oh, man, I got a good build coming up for y'all, man. Just stay tuned, man. Goons, man. It's called Goons. Goons. That's the next live, man. Goons. So when you see the thumbnail, it's just going to say Goons. This is something here we have as well from the Illinois, I believe it's Illinois State University. All they motherfucking shit, dog. Pause. Revealing Greater Cahokia details research on ancient North American metropolis. Because now you gotta understand, bro, they finding shit from everywhere in this motherfucker. Niggas coming paying homage in the whole nine. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, nigga, the college site got the goddamn drip, nigga. So now look at this, bro. So this East St. Louis. This all the way East St. Louis. Cahokia way over here. All right? It's Cahokia. You see the map? Now, it'll probably take from here to here, probably take like, I don't know, 20 minutes for me. You know, I'm on motherfucker goddamn Tokyo drift time, shouting. But about 20, we'll say 30 minutes, man. 20, 30 minutes you can get from right here from these mounds on the St. Louis side here to Mississippi River. It'll only take you 5 minutes to get across the river to right here to these mounds. But you can see mounds, nigga. If you don't know how here, let me teach you niggas who don't know how to read a map. That's just goddamn putting the address in the motherfucking in your goddamn phone. And when your phone die, you goofy ass lost. Okay, so this the map key, my nigga. All right? And it's identifying everything on this motherfucker. Just in case you think I'm freestyling. Mounds, nigga. Mounds. See all the other colors, right? All right. It's Missouri, Illinois. You know what I'm talking about? Mounds. So these cities, nigga. Fuck is you talking about, bro? This is motherfucking ancient Egypt, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? And they been said it. They been said it. Amongst themselves. Before they sent all you old goofy ass 1960 looking ass niggas out here on us. But we're going to talk about that on Goons. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Goons coming soon. I digress. I don't want to give it away. There are perhaps two major thoroughfares in all of the city of St. Louis where you can actually see the magnificent Mississippi River from your automobile. One road is the appropriately named Riverview Drive in the northern panhandle of the city, and the other is a short elevated section of Interstate 55 just south of downtown. As you drive north on I-55, just beyond the Broadway exit, you are treated to a glimpse of the river to the right, and a bit farther along you see quite prominently a small white house located near the summit of a steep-sided earthen mound. Local commuters, no doubt, have seen this mound many times and the little house built so obviously on it. This is Sugarloaf Mound. Reputed to be the last remaining Indian mound in the city, it got its name due to its resemblance to the shape of the hard loaves of sugar that were sold in former times. There were once many prehistoric mounds in the city. So many that it received the nickname Mound City. Mound City, bro. Mound City, dog. Oh, shit. Yeah, shout out Elizabeth Young in the chat. Y'all already know how I'm rocking, man. Or at least you can see the screen, right? So, you probably read it yourself already. So maybe I don't need to read it, but nonetheless, it is an illustrated history of Missouri from 1541 to 1877, published in 1879, and it has been provided to you completely free by your motherfucking engine, goddamn me. Hawk School. Should be in the chat. So you can read it at your own leisure, as it is 654 pages. We'll just take a little glimpse over the table of contents, you know. We don't have time to go over all of it, but it is its own world. So we have Chapter 1, Traces of Vanished People, Their Worldwide Diffusion, Russian Earthworks, Egyptian Monuments, Ancient at the Date of Oldest Records, of Troy, still older than the ancient Troy of Homer. Methods of the Archaeologist, the Shell Heaps of the Baltic, the Buried Forests of Denmark, the Sisterhood of Science, blah, 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 blah. All right. The Cave Dwellers, the caves of the Ozark Mountains, proof of long occupancy, skeletons, and other relics found, the cave dwellers of a different race. Let's go check that out, y'all. Let's see what's popping. Let's see what's popping over here. Let's see what the Cave Dwellers got going. Put some bows and arrows in the chat, man. If you can hear me loud and clear, man, you already know what it is. You're not live with the Unconquered Tribes, man. Share the stream. Shout out to all my Indians in the chat. Let me take a moment, man. Let me share the stream. Because I don't know if y'all liking it and sharing it, man. Let me just take a look, man. See what's going on. Likes looking kind of... They're looking kind of even. I ain't gonna cap. Peace to the tribes, man. I appreciate y'all tuning in. I should have something more entertaining for when y'all got down. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing some shit like that, right?
I'm ready.
How can black people rise up and overcome?
How can they rise up and overcome? Well, can they overcome?
That is correct.
Respect, but this is business that needs to be taken care of, you know. Slap on the back is all fine and dandy. Yeah. But it needs promotion. It needs promotion. It needs, yeah. Big tip. Are you laughing, biatch? You find it funny? You find it funny?
Peace to the tribes. I hope y'all had time to share the stream, man. That's what I was doing. I could have been rolling up, you know what I'm saying? So yeah. It's a lot of are we supposed to be going to page 47, right? Yeah, you see, look, as soon as we hit the page, great mind of Cahokia. Old ass book we done found. 47, we spoke, but you know, these books be kind of weird. I don't know which 47 it is. If it's the book 47, if it's the goddamn, we'll figure it out. Yeah, because this look like all introduction type shit, but this really what, we'll get to the Cave Dwellers. Let's go start 29. It was obviously something I wanted you to see there. So we'll start there instead. One of the above group undoubtedly represents the old landmark known as the Big Mound, a representation of which, as it appeared at the time of its removal, faces the first page of the present volume, which once stood at the corner of Mound Street and Broadway. Now, we already been there, tribe. We pulled up, you know what I'm saying? but which was entirely demolished in 1869. This are supposed to have been the terraced mound. Now, see, that's what they're not showing you. It's a terraced mound, my nigga. We seen how big it was in the pictures. You know what I'm saying? Pause. I really need to be rolling up. I need a co-host. Share the live stream, man. It says, this I have supposed to have been the terraced mound, represented by Mr. Brackenridge to have been located 600 yards north of the main group. The big mound is known to have been beautifully terraced, and nothing of the kind is mentioned in connection with those constituting the parallelogram, nor is the falling garden spoken of as a mound, but only as a terraced bank. For these and other reasons which need not be dwelt upon, after much reflection, I am persuaded that the terraced mound, afterwards known as the Big Mound, was the last to disappear before the encroachments of the rapidly growing city. Be this as it may, this most interesting work will be particularly described under the more appropriate head of sepulchral caverns, when I shall be able to speak with more confidence, as I shall give there the result of my own observations. There were formerly many other mounds in the immediate vicinity of St. Louis, rivaling in magnitude and interest those described by the authors just quoted. Because he going on and he talking about the other archaeologists ain't really goddamn dropping jewels about St. Louis. You know what I'm saying? It says, there were formerly many other mounds in the immediate vicinity of St. Louis, rivaling in magnitude and interest those described by the authors just quoted, but which escaped their notice. In fact, the second terrace of the Mississippi, upon almost every available commanding point of elevation, was finished with them. Let me run that back. Y'all know I love rewinding. In fact, the second terrace of the Mississippi, upon almost every available commanding point of elevation, was finished with them. So, nigga, you don't see nothing but goddamn mounds all on the motherfucking bank of the Mississippi. Soon as they pull up. This motherfucker Atlantis, my nigga. Soon as they pull in this motherfucker, they like, oh, what the fuck? Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Where are we? Where are we? Everybody's beautiful. Everybody healthy. Ain't nobody sick. Don't nobody stink. Where are we? You in my own city, baby. In fact, the second terrace of the Mississippi, upon almost every available commanding point of elevation, was finished with them 19 years ago in a conversation with the late Colonel John O'Fallon. That's a place also in Missouri and Illinois. O'Fallon, Missouri. O'Fallon, Illinois. So these are key names and key people. Somebody share the stream because some agents just left and we got some spots. We got some new seats. So now that the agents left, we had some undercovers in the chat. So now that they're gone, we got some open chairs. So please share the stream again. Colonel John O'Fallon. He informed me that his family residence on the Bell Fountain Road was erected upon one of those ancient mounds. Now, Bell Fountain Road, it's 1869, right? We on these same streets? We got these same streets. So motherfuckers was going to war, enslaving niggas, goddamn, digging for gold, goddamn me, goddamn, hooking their horse up to their goddamn covered motherfucking wagon and naming the streets. These motherfuckers is goddamn phenomenal. absolutely phenomenal.
You killing me. Next caller.
It must have been very large, although I do not recall the dimensions. He stated further that at its summit, as the summit was being leveled, preparatory to building, human bones by the cartload were disclosed. Now, these other niggas ain't giving you this. You know what I'm talking about? He stated further that as the summit was being leveled, preparatory to building human bones by the cartload were disclosed, along with stone axes and arrowheads and the like without number. He then led me to the forest west of his dwelling and called my attention to the small hillocks which abounded there in prodigious numbers, which he conjectured were the residence sites of former inhabitants because of their regularity and from the fact that upon excavating them they disclosed ashes and charcoal. Still farther north upon the highest points of the second terrace I have traced the remains of others which must have been quite imposing before they were subjected to the leveling influence of agriculture. In Forest Park, we just spoke about Forest Park, that's where the World's Fair was, right? A few miles west of the city, there is a small group of mounds which the park commissioners, I am happy to know, have resolved to preserve. Now, if you from St. Louis, where my nigga Lou Air at? Nigga, you know it's goddamn mounds in Forest Park? My St. Louis niggas. Y'all know? Y'all know is Indian burial ground in the middle of the motherfucking park? I digress. Put some bows and arrows in the chat. You know what I'm talking about? Why, nigga?
Tom, next caller. You don't like it? Kiss my ass, you don't like it. It's my house.
Still farther north, upon the highest points of the second terrace, I have traced the remains of others which must have been quite imposing before they were subjected to the leveling influence of agriculture. In Forest Park, a few miles west of the city, there is a small group of mounds which the park commissioners, I am happy to know, have resolved to preserve. It is a pity that none of the larger ones have been spared to stand hereafter as the memorials of a people whose origin is hid in the night of oblivion. Now, I want all my niggas to know, so for all the people who be talking the golf course shit, the conspiracy is not a conspiracy because now we have a primary source, and the only thing over there in Forest Park where you can clearly see there's mounds and hills is the motherfucking golf course. So you could come to St. Louis and you can see for yourself that these motherfuckers is playing golf on top of your grandmama's head. You know what I'm talking about? And if you think I'm wrong, hey, you entitled to that, you know? You know what they say, man. Everybody entitled to their opinion, right? Everybody got opinions. What it say? They like assholes. Everybody got one and they all stink, right?
I don't give a fuck what you think, bitch. Your thoughts ain't my thoughts. Bitch, I'm flowing straight from the survival scroll. Cut that bitch off. Next caller.
He goes on to say, but let them remain such as they are, and when future generations shall throng the green groves and shady walks of that beautiful garden of their great city, these shall recall the fainting echoes of another race, whose home once clustered in days long gone upon the banks of that great river, where a statelier, can we say happier, city stands today. So now this is goddamn the good neighborhood. They done stole our goddamn our high-powered motherfucking locations. You know what I'm saying? Some of them they can't even get. Because they in the hood. Like, the shit's so powerful with the goddamn magnetics and the DNA, they still can't get that shit from a nigga. But some of this shit they have. The works thus briefly noticed are only a few of the great groups of large circumference of which that king of mounds on the fertile plains across the river known as Monk's Mound. Now, of course, if you don't know, the only reason it's called Monk's Mound is because Trappist monks you know what I'm saying, was living on that motherfucker. Some motherfucking squatting ass scallywags. And these some motherfucking monks who make beer, nigga. You look them up, goddamn, they beer making ass monks. And they was goddamn using the, what's this shit called? Using the Cherokee caves to keep the motherfucking beer cold over here at, what's this shit? Is it Anheuser-Busch? Yeah, that's them. That's what they was doing with your ancestor shit. You could look up the Trappist monks. I ain't even gonna goddamn put them niggas on the live stream. You know what I'm saying? Goofy ass. Some beer making monks. I looked them up and that was part of them, they whole shit. Was like they make beer and they monks. Like, that's your religion, nigga? You make beer, nigga? Y'all niggas hella lame. So, yeah, that's where Monk Mound come from. These lame ass scallywags. Monk's Mound was the radiating center. That high place was a temple mound. That's what they got their goofy ass up there for. You see they gone, though, ain't they? The holy mountain for this whole region, doubtless, and the smoke which ascended from the perpetual fire of its sacred altar could be seen for miles on every side. Hold on. Hold on. I don't think y'all know what he's talking about. '70, which gave to the city of St. Louis the name Mound City. Mound City, placed by the National Society of the Colonial Dames of America in the state of Missouri. But what's crazy is you'll notice this a rock. Man, you can get up here. This a rock. What did we just read about this? What did it say? Oh no, that's Monk's Mound. So that's the Cahokia Mound. That's this mound. I'm tripping. There's so many of them. We ain't even got the Mound 72. That's from a different bill. Y'all know that. See, because this is where they built the Walmart on top of the motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I thought we did a build on that. I don't know. That's Monk's Mound. So that's what they talking about right here. When they covering up. And pretending like it ain't no motherfucking pyramid. You talking about that ain't no pyramid? Nigga, it is a fucking pyramid, stupid. You can't see the whole thing. Hold on, let me even show y'all. Like, niggas was super smart, bro. Like, niggas are super smart. What the fuck am I saying? Hold on, I got some more jewels for y'all. Put some bows and arrows in the chat, man, if you're learning something. We'll get back to that just a second. I want to look something up real quick. Because we still got to get to mile 72. I think this was it. You know, I'll give y'all the pure uncut.
This is your audience at an in-person event.
Chill out, man. Chill out, man. I told you about that commercial on commercial shit, dog. It's motherfucking high school, nigga. Tribe. And where was he talking about? Here.
Terraces, which you can see here.
See, yeah, there we go. Because remember he was talking about the terrace. Now they gonna show you the shit on Monk's Mound, but we was just reading in the book. Fuck my hand dirty. Oh, that's from the dope. So motherfucking the terrace mound. He was just talking about Big Mound and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Got the terrace mounds, just like this. Here go a little, like give you a little what's the word? Visual aid.
These would have had their own buildings on top of them. There's compelling evidence to suggest that the second terrace was once part of the summit that collapsed and then was refinished in its current position. At the mound's summit would have stood a large structure, most likely an elite residence of the Cahokian leader. Excavations have uncovered post holes and wall remains which can give us a vague idea of the building's dimensions. Building the mound was a truly colossal undertaking. All the earth for this mound would have been moved by hand and transported in baskets and piled up slowly but surely. And don't get the idea that people were just piling up dirt. Cores taken from the mound show that specific soils and clays were used in different layers, and these likely had both structural as well as aesthetic.
And that's another thing. Motherfucker always want to say some dirt. Nigga, by the time this goddamn time the house that you in, nigga, get buried under some shit, the motherfucking bricks gonna look like some kinds of dirt, nigga. Like, this shit just goofy. I'm gonna let this video play, man. But I really want to find a video. I don't know if it was Carol Supe or which site it was, to where they had to dig all the shit out and they realized it was all temples, but the shit looked like all motherfuckers like just some dirt. I'm gonna look it up, but we're gonna let this play.
Purposes. For example, clay layers were probably added to aid in runoff. Recent estimates have put the volume of the entire structure at 740,000 cubic meters, or 26 million cubic feet. That's a lot of dirt. Probably too much, actually, because despite all that care and engineering, the mound has unfortunately suffered from. Turns out that earth piled that high does not always like to stay in place. Even today, Monk's Mound requires maintenance to combat this and to preserve its shape. If you're curious where all the dirt for this and the other mounds came from, it was dug locally, and you can actually see the remains of those pits today. These barrow pits formed depressions in the landscape, and many of them have become small ponds. To the west of Monk's Mound is another important but sometimes overlooked part of the Cahokian landscape, the Woodhenge. Now, we've seen woodhenges on this channel before. One of the earliest examples we already covered at Poverty Point, and such monuments were also erected by the later Hopewell culture in the first centuries of the Common Era. Like its ancient and distant ancestors, the Woodhenge was a series of wooden posts, likely around 6 meters tall, arranged in a circle. The monument was constructed to observe astronomical events, particularly the equinoxes and solstices. The Woodhenge was first built around 1100 CE, and was actually rebuilt several times over the next century in slightly different sizes, ranging from 73 meters in diameter to 145 meters at its largest arrangement. The placement to the west of Monk's Mound is not a coincidence. From the center point of the Woodhenge, the equinox sun would have risen from the center of Monk's Mound, which would have been powerfully symbolic. While we're on the west side, let's push a little further. Until the 1930s, the second tallest mound at the site stood there, the Powell Mound. The story of the Powell Mound is a tragic tale, and one that's shared by many a mound, not just at Cahokia, but in East St. Louis and St. Louis as well. The mound was originally a huge ridge-top mound about 94 meters long and over 13 meters high. The state of Illinois had actually made an effort to purchase the mound from the Powell family, but the family had not been wanting to sell unless the entire property was bought, a prospect that the state was unwilling or unable to do at the time. The Powell family had
Man, you see how big that motherfucking mound is? quote unquote mound. Now, if it was just some motherfucking dirt, this shit would have just goddamn leveled off with everything else, man. Like, who the fuck is y'all talking to? And then this shit all on the banks of the Mississippi River. Come on, bro. But that's what this picture for. Because this is straight from the goddamn university. And it's a picture of Monk's Mound. But you ain't gonna see it like that if you go over there. You just gonna see a hill of grass. So you don't know what's underneath it.
Also offered to allow excavation of the mound for a rather large fee, but at the time, the lack of finance failed to bring about any such work. Little public interest also prevented additional funds from being raised. Fearing that eminent domain would be used, the family hired a company to art as a cross that provided a perfect surface for the sport. The south of Monk's Mound would have been the Grand Plaza, of all the mound's dirt.
I want y'all to see what they be talking about.
In December of 1930,
the layout of
archaeologists could only watch in horror as the mound was carted away. Archaeologists were able to make some quick observations.
Look at this shit, bro. Yeah, that's what we got to get to. See, because this right here, they talking about innovations, right? And this is what's crazy is they always want to make it like we're not the mound builders. You know what I'm saying? When we already know that we are. But this right here is an image of the wall trenches that they dug up and found. Y'all niggas boring me, man, because ain't nobody sharing the stream. You know you ain't sharing the stream when there ain't no motherfucking trolls in the chat. But they had already had, they call these the wall trenches, to where niggas damn near laying out the blueprint for the house when they building the city. Because, you know, motherfuckers didn't have no metropolis like this. You know what I'm saying? Now, some people say 20,000, 30,000. I done heard all the way up to 60,000, though. But, you know, now that we kind of waking up, I be seeing how motherfuckers trying to kind of pull back on certain, you know what I'm saying, knowledge, certain truths. They pulling back. You know what I'm talking about? Like, oh, shit. It like when goddamn motherfuckers trying to, Debo and them trying to steal Stanley money, and that nigga, or was it, when Smokey was trying to steal Debo money. Had them motherfucking draws. Yeah, that's what it was. And the nigga move a little bit. So motherfucker try to. That's how they trying to do with the truth about all this Aboriginal shit. It's like, they're like, oh shit. This nigga waking up. We been woke. Check it out. This how thorough niggas was. You know what I'm saying? This was some 1100 BC ass shit. I don't fucking know, nigga. I know that look like me. I know that, nigga.
Take a quick look at some of these changes. A good example of this is in the construction of houses. Previously, woodland houses had been constructed by digging individual post holes before inserting posts and constructing the rest of the house. Suddenly, Cahokians ditched this method and began digging wall trenches to build houses. This allowed workers to prefabricate walls on the ground before setting them into the trench, perfect for planning and quick construction. These are a trademark of Cahokian and later Mississippian culture. Also, a distinct style of pottery called Ramy-incised pottery emerges as the signature style at Cahokia. These were clay pots created with a shell temper and incised with sticks, reeds, stone, or bone implements. These incised designs show a rich cosmology through a variety of cosmograms, Mississippian order. These sudden changes touch the construction of houses. Previously, woodland houses had been constructed by digging individual post holes before inserting posts and constructing the rest of the house. Suddenly, Cahokians ditched this method and began digging wall trenches to build houses.
So here we go again, fucking you niggas up with this teepee narrative. Ain't this like 1100 BC or some shit, nigga? I'm not even gonna look it up. I could be wrong. The chat know. These motherfuckers, this the goddamn wall trenches, nigga, for goddamn building the houses.
This allowed workers to
in Cahokia, nigga. This is where me and my goddamn people was living. In the motherfucking house. In houses. Yeah, we live in a house, not a teepee, motherfucker.
Whatever, then I'm wrong. You got me now. You got me now. You got me now. Oh, you figured me out. You fucking income fucking poop.
Fabricate walls on the ground before setting them into the trench, perfect for planning and quick construction. These are a trademark of Cahokian and later Mississippian culture. Also, a distinct style of pottery called Ramy-incised pottery emerges as the signature style at Cahokia. These were clay pots created with a shell temper and incised with sticks, reeds, stone, or bone implements. These incised designs show a rich cosmology through a variety of cosmograms. These pots served as both domestic as well as full works of art, a new style and elaboration of art and iconography by people outside of.
Hold on, let me not skip past the ball court because niggas was outside. He was at the court, balling, shooting dice. Hold on. Niggas wonder why they do what they do. Hold on.
As close to the stone's fine reed, stone, or bone important element of Cahokia was the game of chunky. What is chunky, you may be asking? Chunky was a game played by rolling a puck-like chunky stone across the ground. Two players with long javelin-like sticks would gauge the roll and path of the stone and throw their sticks as close to the stone's final resting point as possible. Think of it like horseshoes, except you have to throw the horseshoe at a moving stake. This game held very important ritual significance to Cahokia and to later Mississippian people, but it was also a beloved spectator sport, and later historical accounts state that it was even rife with gambling. Something to note about chunky and Cahokia is that a distinct style of chunky stone was developed at Cahokia, which is characterized by a polished concave stone disc. You can see examples of these here. These chunky stones are going to be an important calling card of Cahokia. In art, there are unique.
Now, do you know when you can just goddamn hang out, goddamn play chunky, goddamn and bet on the game? When you eating, when you got a motherfucking house to live in, when you ain't no motherfucking weirdo hunter-gatherer living in the teepee ass, eating raw fish ass nigga. We know that niggas ain't eat raw fish. Niggas got goddamn, they got stoves in every motherfucking goddamn house, shawty. What they cooking? He just said, we just read in the book, the nigga talking about they found charcoal and ashes, so they knew motherfuckers was living there. Cooking, nigga. So we know it wasn't no goddamn motherfucking Eskimos came down to that motherfucker eating no baby seals, nigga, straight out the goddamn skin. Hey man, y'all niggas, bro, straight up, it's Aboriginal nigga or nothing, nigga. It's gonna, nigga, in 10 years, nigga, if you talking about you a so-called Negro from America, nigga, and talking some African shit, niggas gonna be looking at you like you stupid. Like how niggas looking at you now over here at Hawk School. Nigga, if you ain't African, you don't know your tribe, you don't know the language, nigga, you didn't go to Bush school or some shit, nigga, don't come to me with that shit. Straight up, you gonna get a motherfucking chunky to your motherfucking goddamn temple, nigga. Niggas got blueprints to houses. Fuck do these niggas be talking about, tribe? Let's see what else in this book, because we still didn't get to the cave dwellers. What we looking like on time, man? I don't want to take up too many people time. I know it's the holiday, man. For some of you, coons. Yeah, nigga, I won't take it back. But if you got some barbecue, tell your mama bring me a plate. You know what I'm talking about? Now. Yeah, see, that's one thing. It's the street. They was talking about that Riverview Street. It's got all the best views and everything of the river and all that. Let's go into Mile 72 a little bit.
Looking for a free project manager?
And then we'll go. No, we said we saving that for last. I still got this other part for y'all. Hold on. I'm really working to find y'all the shit that you don't know. You know what I'm saying?
A little
that
over 2
everybody
dozen
else
was a
ain't
town.
already told you.
So it was really the first town or ask Kyle about his interest. And welcome to St. Louis on the Air. I'm Don Marsh.
The objects that we use in a Sugarloaf Mound, what was it used for, and what...
And welcome to St. Louis on the Air. I'm Don Marsh.
We're going to check out some of this audio. I haven't listened to it in its entirety. Some St. Louis Public Radio.
I'm Don Marsh.
And they're talking about
close look at the past, present, and future
Sugarloaf Mound.
of the deteriorating Sugarloaf Mound in South St. Louis. Located above the Mississippi near Broadway and Highway 55, it's another relic from the Mississippian civilization that produced the Cahokia Mounds, and it's the last of some 40 tribal mounds that were located in St. Louis. The segment originated with a Curious Lewis question from Kyle Reynolds about the mound and what is happening with it. Curious Lewis is a project from St. Louis Public Radio which allows listeners and readers to ask questions they've always wondered about. Reynolds' interest was sparked because St. Louis is also known as Mound City, and because he wondered why more wasn't being done to preserve the last surviving St. Louis Native American mound. Producer Kelly Moffat asked Kyle about his interest.
I'm definitely curious as to why it's called Sugarloaf Mound to begin with. I think is definitely interesting to me. The question I wanted to ask is, what is Sugarloaf Mound? What was it used for? And what does the Osage Nation currently plan to do with the property? I think that I'd read something about a museum, and I was always kind of curious if there's any way that, you know, we can help to raise awareness of it or even to raise funds for the museum. If there's something sort of like stalling the process or you know, what's going on there.
Can Sugarloaf Mound be saved? Joining me are Andrea Hunter, director of the Osage Nation's Historic Preservation Office. She joins us by phone from Pawhuska, Oklahoma. John Kelly, a senior lecturer in archaeology at Washington University. Thank you both so much for being with us. Nice to have you.
Thank you, Don.
Thank you.
John, let me begin with you, if I may. And what happened to the other 39 mounds in St. Louis?
Well, I think there were more than 39 mounds in St. Louis. Probably what people often refer to, Sugarloaf is the most dominant feature on the landscape within the city today in terms of what was here at one time. The main group of mounds was just north of the Arch, in the area that they were planning to have the Rams football stadium and complex. And that group of mounds, a little over 2 dozen, was a town. So it was really the first town or city here in the St. Louis area. And then there was another large mound associated with that, even larger than Sugarloaf. And ironically, the base of that mound was sufficiently large enough that it would have set on the football field, so some sense of size, and been 40 feet high. And at one time it had a tavern in the 1840s on its summit. But it was an important religious icon. It did have several tombs in it, and unfortunately, even though there were efforts by the city to try and preserve it as a park, that fell by the wayside, and it was hauled off for fill dirt. And unfortunately, the new bridge came in at that point. So I'll probably let Andrea address the issues there.
All righty, we'll get to that in just a moment, but just to clarify, this is all part of the Mississippian culture.
Yes.
That group of Native Americans.
That group of mounds is related to, I mean, you have to think of this as a sort of, in quotes, a metropolitan area for them 1,000 years ago.
Andrea, let's talk about the Osage Nation's interest in all of this. It was the Mississippians, not the Osage tribe, that built these mounds.
Yes, that is correct. It is the Mississippian culture. The Osage Nation has been working on gathering information about our history and where we've been on the landscape, and we trace our roots back to the St. Louis area, and according to our oral traditions and the work that has been done by archaeologists and linguists, we can firmly say that we are descendants of the Mississippian culture. So that's how we place ourselves there, is through our own oral traditions and the scientific research.
And you now actually own the Sugarloaf Mound.
Yes, that's correct. In 2009, we were successful in purchasing the mound for the tribe.
What lies ahead for the mound? Do you know? Are there specific plans?
We have been working with some of the experts in the St. Louis area, including Mr. John Kelly, initially to help create a plan for Sugarloaf Mound to protect the mound, to manage it, and put us in the right direction in terms of our future thoughts for the mound. And at the current state, we have been stalled for quite some time in terms of simply generating enough funds to begin the preservation efforts, and that's where we are at this point. Is this spring we intend to start the process of removing the tree, the large vegetation that is on the mound, and doing some preservation efforts in terms of the landscaping. And then this summer, we plan to remove the house and then stabilize that portion of the mound. So folks in the St. Louis area will certainly start seeing some activity at the mound finally after all these years. It took us a while, but we're there now, and we're going to start this process. And we're going to continue with our preservation plan and really at this stage just get it stabilized, to remove the damaging structures and natural vegetation that's there and stabilize the landscape. So that's what we'll see this year.
All right, let me turn it back to John and talk about the actual state of the mound, the deterioration. What sorts of things have to be done?
Well, I mean, I think Dr. Hunter really spelled it out in terms of, trying to get that vegetation off of it. It is literally, they've maintained it as best they can up to this point, and it's come to a point where where they have to move to the next stage, and that is getting the tree off.
But it's eroding away, from what I understand.
No, actually, with that vegetation on there, it's holding it in place. But at the same time, animals, just as a natural process, are burrowing into it. The vines that were on the south face of it have grown back over, even though they tried to put some fabric over that area so that it wouldn't erode there. So it's not eroding away. It's under the circumstances, it's in sort of a stasis and holding in place until they begin this process that she's talking about, first getting the vegetation off, and then focusing on the structure that's on the north edge of it.
It's been my understanding, however, that over the years that the nearby quarry and the construction of Highway 55 all helped to damage this property.
The only damage that we know of was when they, and we think it, in fact, one of the Osage noted it was when they may have put the power lines in there at some point in the past, cut away part of the south edge of the mound. And so there's a steep face there that they've tried to stabilize. To the south of that, the quarry that you're talking about was quarried away. It, as far as we know, never touched the mound. And then that big hole that must have been there was filled back in. So it's now just a part of the landscape. And the highway never, other than altering the driveway for the person that owned the house, it may have lowered that area around the mound, but that would have been into natural sediments. And I don't know if Dr. Hunter has any other perspective.
Do you, Dr. Hunter?
No, that's the history that we're aware of as well.
What was the purpose, the original purpose of the mound? Do we know for certain? Dr. Hunter?
Well, we have had very little investigations done on the mound. I know Dr. Kelly has spent some time investigating the history of it, but as far as knowing exactly what it was used for, it can only be compared to similar structures that Dr. Kelly has worked with on the east side of the Mississippi River over in the Cahokia area and the East St. Louis area.
I just want to take a moment so it doesn't, get so dry. Pause. Check this out. So it says here, according to a book by Robert Ramsey dating from 1948, traces of one other Indian mound in the city, Cote Brilliant. And the reason I want to bring all this, this knowledge out, is because for all my niggas in the city, you know what I'm saying? Because Cote Brilliant, that's over there where I was just telling you by Martin Luther King and King's Highway, where the mound is. So now this say Cote Brilliant, supposedly French for Bright Hill, were still to be found, but I am not able to confirm this. Reportedly, it is near the intersection of Martin Luther King and King's Highway. At this location is Sherman Park, which is also bounded by Cote Brilliant Avenue. And y'all know what's so crazy, bro? I lived on that street, my nigga. And crazy shit happened to me when I lived on that street. I don't even want to think about it. I was young, too. Did I have any of my sons yet? I think I might have had one of my, I only had one. Yeah, my son King, my oldest. I only had my oldest. That's when I used to strap the nigga on my chest and goddamn ride the bus to the city, yeah. I lived straight on the street, and you can look at the park if y'all know Cote Brilliant, and it's a halfway house over there, goddamn, so you already know what type of motherfucker vibe is of that motherfucker. But, you can see it. I can see, where I used to park outside when I'm on Cote Brilliant, you can see the park. The park is up on a hill. And you think it's just a park. You know what I'm saying? But the whole time you standing on top of some shit.
So we can only do comparisons since there's been no formal excavations at the mound.
John, do you have any further thoughts on that?
Well, we assume that it's a mortuary mound or a burial mound based on work that's been done elsewhere, not only in the region, but particularly outside of it, just experiences from archaeologists. An individual mound like that is presumably capping the burial of an individual or other individuals at the base. That's the model that we would use. No one has, to our knowledge, has ever dug into it. I mean, it's a big undertaking, and generally, unless there's a a real reason, in particular where something is going to be destroyed and we have no other choice, we generally, out of respect to Native peoples, try and avoid excavation. So we have to quell our curiosity and be patient and let the Osage and other nations take the lead on how they want to handle these kind of situations.
Do you know why it's called Sugarloaf?
What it was a name applied back in the 18th century because they looked like the big loaves, the way in which sugar was transported as a commodity. And so they looked like either big gumdrops or big loaves of sugar. And so they gave the name to 3 different mounds in the area. I sort of refer to the one on the west side of the river as.
That's because you had some goddamn dumbass scallywags pretending to be archaeologists. Well, Sugarloaf Mound, man. I seen it. I was riding over the bank of the Mississippi. Goofy ass. They pissing me off, man. Let's fast forward to the future.
Riverside.
Riverside, motherfucker. Let's get into some other shit. Yeah, I forgot this nigga be playing weird ass music. He gonna give me goddamn copyright strike. Yeah, I just want you to see the artist depictions. But why would niggas have some goddamn hay on top of their motherfucking house? You know what I'm saying? You see how motherfuckers just always got to go left with some shit? Niggas got a whole blueprint for a house with motherfucking stone walls and he gonna make a motherfucking hay roof. Fuck out of here, man. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't want you to know the truth, bro. Where is it, y'all? Hold on. Where is it? Hold on. Where we at? We pulled it up fast, too. Greetings from Egypt, nigga. Tribe. I got my bad reading scallywag slave reporting live. So what's going on at Mount 72 this morning, Greg?
Okay, so this is Mound 72. And this is a little bitty mound compared to all the other ones here at Cahokia. But out of 140 original, there's still 80 existing. And out of all the mounds,
Hold on, slow down, Stuart. I don't think they heard you. Stuart the Scallywag reporting live from the goddamn Mount 72. You know what I'm talking about? Where you at, man? Where you at? It was popping, Stuart. Glad you can make it. I don't think the people heard you, though. Can you bring that back for us?
compared to all the other ones here at Cahokia.
Go ahead, Stuart.
This is Mound 72. And this is a little bitty mound compared to all the other ones here at Cahokia. But out of 140 original, there's still 80 existing. And out of all the dirt, not just including the mounds, but the grounds around it, only 2% of this place has ever been excavated. And a lot of that excavation probably took place right here. But it has some different pictures and illustrations. But it says archaeologists from the University of Milwaukee, Wisconsin, led by Dr. Melvin Fowler, excavated about 2/3 of Mount 72 from 67 to 71, has selected this mound for excavation.
Now pay attention, y'all. It say 2/3. You just reading off the goddamn board. I got goddamn Stewart reporting live. You know what I'm saying? I got my goddamn nigga with the trigger. You know what I'm saying? Keep an eye on Stewart. Are you keeping an eye on Stewart? I thought so. So it took them 10 years to goddamn dig out 2/3 of the mound. Goddamn, it only took 15 years to dig out the whole fucking Sphinx? Wait a minute.
Because it was along a hypothetical center line of Cahokia. It had a different orientation than the other mounds, and it was one of the few ridgetop mounds unique to Cahokia. It was small. The dig revealed 3 smaller mounds beneath this ridgetop mound, each covering complex monetary activities, including mass sacrificial graves, artifact caches, and other features Dr. Fowler believed would be another wood henge associated with Mound 72. And then there's kind of like a little diagram, all your different mounds. Right here's Monk's Mound.
Now, unfortunately, Stewart ain't too bright. But we do appreciate you, Stewart. He said it backwards. This is Monk's Mound. You see the bird? You Hawkin? Lil Era in the building. Tribe, mound up. You know what time it is. You know what we doing over here. You already know what we doing you over here. What we doing?
Giving you more what you hoping for. You ain't hoping in the Lord, huh? You hoping in vain, material, superficial shit. That's why you can't see me, house niggas.
Mound 72, there's Monk's Mound. And then your flat top ones are the ones that they definitely knew they had houses built on top of. The little round top ones, definitely knew they had. There's Monk's Mound. And then your flat top ones are the ones that they definitely knew they had houses built on top of. The little round top ones, who really knows? It said is at the western end of the mound there had once been a building, perhaps a carnal structure where bodies were prepared or stored for burial. It had been dismantled and a number of bundle burials placed in this location, and at least 2 high status extended burials with shell bead necklaces. The primary mound, 72 sub 2, covered this group. Then later 3 mass burial pits with 19, 22, and 24 young women were placed at the east, south, and southeast sides of this mound. Which was then expanded to cover them. The pit on the south side was later redug and grave goods were deposited, including 36,600 marine shell beads and another pile of about 400 arrowheads. 36,600 goods were deposited, including 36,600 marine shell beads and
Hey, Lil Era, I want to know where the motherfucking gold at. Where the motherfucking gold at? That's like goddamn, They on that training day shit. Oh, we ain't find nothing but some goddamn seashells and some whole bunch of arrowheads.
Another pile of about 400 arrowheads, numerous bone antler points, and some broken points. Shows here kind of like a description of the different burials and the main mound with the burials around them. The carnal house. That's where they believe they prepared them. 3 different burial treatments of this various group suggest that these people were also treated differently when alive, perhaps belonging to different social classes or communities. The arrangements and types of the burials may also reflect their belief system and cosmology. The orientation of Mound 72 and most of the burial pits, northwest, southeast, happens to align with the winter solstice, sunrise, summer solstice, sunset, which may indicate an importance of these events to the Cahokia Mounds. Dr. Fowler believed there may be another Woodhenge in this area. Wow.
Now see, that's a whole separate bill, but I'm gonna show y'all what that Woodhenge is really about. I'm gonna decipher that, man. I gotta decode a few things, because like I said, I take for granted this should just be inside my mind. So that's a whole nother bill coming up, man. They don't know what that Woodhenge shit is really for. I'm gonna show and prove what that really is. It's not what they think.
Along the south side of these primary mounds, a number of burial pits were placed, including one about 6 foot deep, had 2 layers of burials. The upper layer had 10 little burials with 14 people who had been carried there on litters or a stretcher. The remains of several of the red cedar litter poles were still intact. This mixture of male and female, young and old, both of them, the second layer, had 39 individuals who had been tossed randomly rather than being placed carefully like the litter burials. So there's your difference. Placed carefully and just chucked in the hole. These other burial groups and primary mounds were all encased in a final capping of soil that formed the ridgetop mound. And under the primary mound in the center of Mound 72 were 2 interrigging burial groups, 4 men lying together, forming surface with their arms interlocked, but their heads and hands had been cut off. Together, forming surface with their arms.
It's a lot of motherfucking bodies in Mound 72. That's why Mound 72, nigga, that motherfucker fried my brain. It's 100,000 motherfuckers over here. These niggas ain't got no hands and no heads. That's 4 devil's heads right there, ain't it? Knowledge, if you know what I'm talking about.
Interrigging burial groups, 4 men lying together, forming surface with their arms interlocked, but their heads and hands had been cut off. Near them was a deep pit of 53 young women laid out in 2 rows and piled 2 deep. It means 2 people on top. Near them was a deep pit of 53 young women laid out in 2 rows and piled 2 deep. It means 2 people on top of each other. And then inside where we showed the Indian laying on the shell beads, that's him right there, with the artifacts that were found around him. Near the large post pit was the burial of the man in his early 40s, laying upon a bird-shaped blanket or platform of 20,000 marine shell beads, perhaps an earlier leader of Cahokia. Another man was buried beneath and around him, so there's what was left of the other man. Nearby were 7 men and women with grave goods accompanying this leader. This included nearly 2 bushels of unprocessed mica, a mineral from southern Appalachians, more shell beads of marine shell from the Gulf of Mexico, 15 chunky game stones, and a staff made of copper that came from around Lake Superior. In addition, nearly 800 perfect arrowheads were found in 2 piles made from Missouri, Illinois, Wisconsin, Arkansas, Oklahoma, and Tennessee. One of these primary small mounds was sub 72-1. There's all just gloidals, everything piled up together. So the Monk's Mound, 72, and only being 3/4.
So you're going to look at golf courses different. You're going to look at them parks different. Look, ain't nothing but just a little hill. That's what you think. Oh, it just ain't nothing but a little old hill.
Excavated, you know.
Boy, you see how many goddamn bodies just came up out that motherfucking... Yeah, all right.
There's still stuff lying there.
Hold on, I gotta run that picture back. They something else, boy, with this goddamn narrative. They chaining it. They got the bitches by the neck. Piling these bitches in here. Still try to put some grass. Nigga still got these niggas piling grass up. Pale than a motherfucker. Look, bro. Look. That's how you know the land is the truth, my nigga. When you just out there randomly and the motherfucking animals out there vibing like that, dog. That's heavy, bro. Symbols and signs for conscious minds. That's because their ancestors told them where they were. They know who they are.
Who cut your hair? Who cut your hair? Who cut your hair?
Respect, but this is business that needs to be taken care of, you know. Slap on the back is all fine and dandy. Yeah. But it needs promotion. It needs promotion. It needs, yeah. Speak to me. Are you laughing, biatch? You find it funny? You find it funny?
Nah, I got you, nigga. I'm back. We ain't done. Look, they looking at him like, what the fuck he doing there? Fuck you doing over here, Nick? Fuck you doing over here? Yo, Peace of the Tribes, man. If you just tuned in, man, share the stream. You might not have heard me say that, so I gotta say it. I need you to put some bows and arrows in the chat if you hear me loud and clear. And if you're learning something, man, put some bows and arrows in the chat, man. If you got a goddamn Galaxy phone, you can't find bows and arrows, put some fire in the chat. Put some goddamn fuck you Hawk School in the chat. I wouldn't give a fuck. Let's get this bitch cracking. You know what I'm talking about?
But change your motherfucking mindset. You wanna know why you ain't got shit? Cause you ain't thinking about shit. I come out the door every day with this shit on my mind. I'm gonna give me a bag. Fuck wrong with you? I'm gonna give me some cash. Change your motherfucking mindset, man. You think pennies, you get pennies. Bitch, I'm thinking dollars.
Really most spectacular archaeological discoveries in North America.
I don't want to hear all that. A paleface told us, nigga, who the fuck you think digging this shit up and got all the shit? I wouldn't give a fuck if they was plaid, my nigga. Who got the shit? The plaid nigga. Well, we need to see what the plaid niggas got to say about it. If you ain't that smart, nigga, you in the wrong class. Straight up.
Whatever, then I'm wrong. You got me now. You got me now. You got me now. Oh, you figured me out. You fucking income fucking poop.
In the late 1960s and the early 1970s, this small mound at Cahokia revealed hundreds of human bodies, many of who appeared to have been sacrificed as part of the process of building the mound.
Yes, we looked at the individuals in the mass burial features at Cahokia, and these are primarily young women, so 12 to 25 years old, and we used a couple of different methods to look at them. We used strontium isotope ratios and we used dental morphology. And the strontium isotopes is the work that Phil Slater and...
Hold on, man. Do your master teacher know about his strontium isotopes, nigga? Cause we over here on these strontium isotopes and shit like that over here at Hawk School, nigga. You know what I'm talking about? Straight up.
Giving you more of what you hoping for. You ain't hoping in the Lord, huh? You hoping in vain, material, superficial shit. That's why you can't see me, house niggas.
Isotopes is the work that Phil Slater and I worked on. And we used strontium isotope ratios and we used dental morphology. And the strontium isotopes is the work that Phil Slater and I worked on. And what that was showing us...
Pause this bitch, man. Shout out 10AC King, man. Appreciate that, man. Tribe.
was that the isotope ratios of these women fell within the local range of the American bottom and of Cahokia. So what that suggests to us is that they could very well have been local to the American bottom, maybe to Cahokia itself. Maybe to Cahokia, the American bottom. They could very well have been local. They could very well have been local to the American bottom, maybe to Cahokia itself. And then when we combine that with Andy Thompson's work, where he looked at dental measurements and dental morphology, his research also showed that these young women were more similar to other individuals within Mount 72 and other individuals.
This bitch scared to say niggas. She don't want to say it. This bitch choking up, goddamn. There's niggas everywhere, this motherfucker. They in the ground, they on top of the ground, they goddamn under the ground. Niggas everywhere. Yeah.
To other individuals within Mount 72 and other individuals, these young women were more similar to biology. His research also showed that these young women were more similar to other individuals within to other also showed that these young women were more similar to other individuals within Mount 72 and other individuals within the region. So there again, we have supporting evidence that
Other individuals within the region. More niggas. The niggas on top of the ground.
other individuals within the region.
Spit it out,
So there
bitch.
again, we have supporting evidence that they may have been local, or not from as far away as people may have originally thought. One of the things that we're looking at more is the may have originally thought, as people may have originally, or not from as far away as people may have originally thought, or not from as far away, or not from as far away, or not from as far away as people may have originally thought.
Surprise, bitch. The Indians is next door. Not as far away as you thought. Huh? Bitch.
You killing me. Next caller.
One of the things that we're looking at more is the role of women, the women within Mount 72, looking more at issues of fertility and renewal.
That bitch said we changing the subject. We know it's goddamn full of niggas. We finna talk about some other shit. Some more feminism shit or something. Something to push our agenda. This shit just ain't working.
Imagine if manufacturing...
Imagine if you shut the fuck up when I'm streaming. Imagine that.
Tantalizing glimpses into Cahokia and methodical maintenance to combat this and to preserve it, probably added to aid in runoff. Recent estimates have put the volume of the entire structure at 740,000 cubic meters, or 26 million cubic feet. That's a lot of dirt. Probably too much, actually, because despite all that care and engineering, the mound has unfortunately suffered from sagging and erosion. Turns out that earth piled that high does not always like to stay in place. Even today, Monk's Mound requires maintenance to combat this and to preserve its shape. It's the excitingly named Mound 72. Mound 72 is a charnel house on top. Mound 59 is a conical constructed after the...
Now, motherfucker tell you, oh, it's like 30 miles there. Well, why this Mound 69? That's Mound 72. This goddamn Mound 81. That's Mound 97. What the fuck? It's like 20 miles, I think.
Palisade was built in the middle of the Eastern Plaza, but we'll talk more about that later. Of particular interest in this area is Mound 34, which was constructed near the end of the 11th century. This mound was excavated back in the 50s, and it turned up a variety of SECC artifacts from all over the Mississippian world, such as engraved whelk shells and effigy shark teeth from the Gulf.
Y'all ain't got that fly shit in y'all TVs, do you? Where my video? I wonder if I'm gonna get it. This motherfucker empty as these niggas. Motherfucking Pan-African nigga head. I need to have this on deck.
TV for my bunghole. I need TV for my bunghole. I need TV for my bunghole. TV for my bunghole. I need TV for my bunghole. TV for my bunghole. I must get TV for my bunghole. TV for my bunghole. Yeah. TV for my bunghole. Yeah, pretty good. I need TV for my bunghole. CP, you must give me your CP. I need TV for my bunghole. CP, you must give me your CP. CP, you must give me your CP. I need TV for my bunghole. You will give me...
a TP, nigga.
Tantalizing glimpses into Cahokian mythology. Along with these beautiful works of art, a new style and elaboration of art and iconography began to germinate at Cahokia that
You see this? Cahokia. Oh, that's the hand of Fatima. Shut the fuck up. Take the $100 challenge, subscribe to Hawk School, and become your own master teacher, nigga.
would be exported far abroad. The style is referred to as the SECC, the Southeastern Ceremonial Complex. Now, that term is a bit of a misnomer because when it was coined back in the 1940s, the southeastern United States was seen as the epicenter of this complex, but we now know that the SECC had its origins around the Mississippi. Now, I do want to note that some of these symbols and motifs do have pre-Mississippian antecedents, but we shouldn't automatically assume that their meaning and application remained constant. Like, right, we need to make a few distinctions between the different types of mounds. Our Cahokia original is at about 1150. The mound is the largest pyramid north of Mesoamerica, rising to a height of bigger until the final construction phase.
Oh, what they call that? The Freudian slip? Is that what it's called? Are you smart niggas? What that nigga say? The pyramid, the mound. I didn't say pyramid, did I? The mound. The mound.
Is at about 1150. The mound is the largest pyramid north of Mesoamerica, rising to a height of 30 meters with a base of 291 meters by 236 meters. Bigger until the final construction phase at about 1150. To a height of 30 to a height bigger until the. If you're curious about where the name comes from, it's because and over the centuries it grew bigger and bigger until the final construction phase at about 1150. The mound is the largest pyramid north of Mesoamerica, rising to a height of 30 meters with a base of 291. The mound is the largest pyramid north of Mesoamerica. The mound is the largest pyramid. The mound is the largest pyramid north of Mesoamerica, rising to a height of 30 meters with a base of 291 meters by 236 meters. North of Mesoamerica, bigger until the final construction phase of 291 meters by 236 meters. And let me tell you, the view from the top will take your breath away. Literally. I can tell you from personal experience that it's a long climb and you'll be huffing and puffing when you reach the top. The mound is aligned to the city's north-south axis like other monuments at the site. It had a total of 4 terraces, which you can see here. These would have had their own buildings on top of them. There's compelling evidence to suggest that the second terrace was once part of the summit that collapsed and then was refinished in its current position. At the mound's summit would have stood a large structure, most likely an elite residence of the Cahokian leader. Excavations have uncovered post holes and wall remains which can give us a vague idea of the building's dimensions. At the puffin' and puffin' when you reach the At the mound's summit would have stood a large structure, most likely an elite residence of the Cahokian leader. Excavations have uncovered post holes and wall remains which can give us a vague idea of the building's dimensions.
Post holes and wall remains. We already done laid out goddamn an hour ago that these niggas got blueprints for just manufacturing houses, nigga. TP ass nigga.
TP, I need TP. Give me your TP. Give me TP.
Dimensions. Building the mound was a truly colossal undertaking. All the earth for this mound would have been moved by hand and transported in baskets and
Oh, I got something for you, son, baby. Hold up. Is this the one? Hold on. I got you, Ock. You know they be lying. You got to get a little bit here, a little bit there. Hold on. I got ghost.
This is Webflow.
No, nigga, this is Hawk School. I thought I told you bitch ass niggas about coming on my stream, goddamn shouting yourself out. I don't know you like that, man. I got another one of my scallywag slaves reporting live from the goddamn. Live from my ancestors' land. What's going on over there, Stuart? Hold on, let me find Stuart, man. Y'all seen Stuart? Fuck is Stuart at, man? He's supposed to be working, man. Is he snorting coke again? Yep, he back on the coke. God damn it, Stuart, man. It's too early in the morning to be on the goddamn white, man. I thought you was watching this nigga. Note-taking ass niggas, man.
Representation. There's bound to be some other things here that are going to surprise us, so let's go and take a look.
Share the live stream, share the live stream, share the live stream. Scallywag Slave Stewart live from the scene.
So we're just here at Cahokia. We're in the visitor center, the museum. It's got the amazing Birdman tablet. It's got some very large axes I want to see and some other amazing pieces. So let's go and take a look behind me. You can just see a reconstruction of the site. I'll show you it in full detail in a moment. But it's just amazing to be here. We've had a look at the site. We've flown over it. We've got a bird's eye view, just like the Birdman tablet. And let's take a look now at what they created here at Cahokia. A good comparison to see the sizes of Cahokia Mound compared to other pyramids. There we have the Pyramid of the Sun in Teotihuacan, Mexico. We have the very small Chichen Itza pyramid. And then we have Monk's Mound, absolutely massive, with the
No, hold on. Let's get another picture of that very small mound, so you know what it looked like. So we could give you something to scale. That's why people are in the picture. That's the very small mound. Or pyramid, excuse me. They got me fucked up. That's the very small. That's this. Okay? I'm helping you be smart now. So don't be dumb.
Sun in Teotihuacan, Mexico. We have the very small Chichen Itza pyramid. And then we have Monk's Mound, absolutely massive, with the Egyptian Great Pyramid next to it. And then we have Mount Etowah in Georgia. And then we have Monk's Mound, absolutely.
Now see, they done goddamn tore everything off the top of this motherfucker. They done took all the goddamn icing off the motherfucking cupcake. So you think it ain't a cupcake, you think it's a goddamn corn muffin. They took all the frosting off, my nigga. That bitch probably had an all gold top, goddamn.
Absolutely massive, with the Egyptian Great Pyramid next to it. And then we have a pyramid now compared to other pyramids. There we have the Pyramid of the Sun in Teotihuacan, Mexico. We have the very small Chichen Itza pyramid. And then we have Monk's Mound, absolutely massive, with the Egyptian Great Pyramid next to it. And then we have Mount Etowah in Georgia. So it just gives you a sense of perspective when it comes to the sheer magnitude of the Cahokia site. So just in front of me.
No, I was trying to find an article for this bill, Dr. Loudpack, but they broke the drill bits. I've read it with my own eyes. I'm trustworthy. I am the source. You know what I'm talking about? They broke the diamond. They got like the diamond drill bits and shit. They couldn't afford to get I think they broke 2 of them motherfuckers, and they couldn't afford to get no more. But they started drilling in the side of the motherfucking, in the Cahokia, and they couldn't. They hit solid rock. They hit solid rock. This Cahokia right here. This Washoe. This is. I downloaded the photo from when I read that article, but now I can't find the article. I think it's on my other laptop. I'm gonna find it. But it was actually the Washoe, Washington University, here in St. Louis. It was their archaeological information, their dig that they're conducting. This is them here. This is actually a photo from that. But they broke the drill trying to dig. They tried to drill through the side of this motherfucker, and they just hit solid rock. I'm gonna tell you what my premise is, cause that's under the motherfucking mud. I digress.
The famous Birdman tablet that was found here at Cahokia dates to around AD 1300. It's made of sandstone, and it's got a gentleman with a bird-like mask and winged costume in the dance pose. This is what we find a lot in the Mississippi kind of symbolism, but it's become, you know, the Cahokia logo really. But the fact that it's a plumed gentleman with a bird's head, and the back of it has scales of a serpent. It's a clear representation of a plumed serpent, much like we find at Serpent Mound, much like we find all over Central and Mesoamerica, and it's just amazing to see it here so clearly. So this is the reverse side of the Birdman tablet, which is clear cross-hatching, and they think it may represent snake skin. And they know that the Hawkin sky world featured the bird, and the earth was the man, and the underworld was the snake. And they're all represented on this tablet, but I believe...
Sky world, my nigga. So now this tablet, you could look at it different. Now this motherfucker is the, as opposed to below. Ooh, looking ass nigga. Share the stream, tribe. If you just tuned in, we live. Unveiling the true Aboriginal architects, nigga. Your granddaddy, my granddaddy. Your granddaddy's granddaddy's granddaddies. Tribe.
It's an ancient tradition of the serpent people that goes back many thousands of years before this. Before the Olmecs, going all the way back to southeast Turkey and Göbekli Tepe, and even the Denisovans. Before the Olmecs, going all the way back to southeast Turkey and Göbekli Tepe, and even thousands of years before this. Thousands of years before this. Before the Olmecs, going all the way back to southeast Turkey and Göbekli Tepe, and even the Denisovans, where 20,000-year-old tablets have been found with serpent carvings on. So the fact that we have the plumed serpent here, as well as in other parts of this country, in Mississippian, Hopewell and Adena cultures, does suggest this tradition ended up here.
Adds in shit, me adds nowhere, nigga. Fuck you thought.
Tom, next caller. You don't like it? Kiss my ass, you don't like it. It's my house.
We're going to take a look at a couple more of these pages I had marked in this book. If you just tuned in, per usual, you know how we rocking. We will be providing, make sure I ain't muted or some goofy shit. We'll be providing primary source for the reading from today's lecture is now available in the chat, and will also be available after the live stream in the description below. Make sure you leave a comment. Let's see, where were we? Let's see what's on page 41. These discrepancies are not difficult of explanation when it is remembered that excuse me. Let me get my read right, man. Here, hold on. Let me get my screen right, y'all. Let me get my screen right, man. Live from Mound City, baby. Where my ancestor? Shit, nigga. That's who they found. It said these discrepancies are not difficult of explanation. Nah, man, chill out. These discrepancies are not difficult of explanation when it is remembered that in its construction, advantage was taken of the highest point of the terrace, and when the streets were cut through it, on its northern and southern ends, the grade was nearly 20 feet lower than the top of the terrace upon which it was erected. A casual observer, therefore, would be likely to take the whole as artificial, whereas more than one half, as then appeared, was of flaviatal origin. The dividing line between the natural ground and the mound proper is shown in the engraving. It is about midway between the level of the street and the top of the mound. The demolition of these ancient landmarks was an event which awakened much interest among the citizens, who gathered in crowds from day to day during the many weeks occupied by its removal. Numerous and conflicting accounts were published at the time concerning it, with any amount of speculation and hasty conclusions. Some of them have been perpetuated in one recent work, at least, upon the prehistoric races of America, on which account I think it proper to say that the statements which follow are based upon personal and careful examination of the work during the process of its removal until its destruction was accomplished. This mound, as is well known, was used by the Indians as a burial place, and only about 60 years since it was visited by a small band who disinterred and carried away the bones of their chiefs who had been buried there. But their interments here, as was their unvarying custom, were near the surface. I have observed the same in other localities, sometimes not more than 18 inches from the top of the mound, as was the case with some I examined in Washington County on the banks of the Missouri. On account of its not difficult to distinguish the Indian burials from those of the mound builders, had this fact been better understood, we would have spared many erroneous statements as well as hasty generalizations upon articles taken from the mounds which were attributed to their builders, but which, in fact, were deposited by the Indians, and many of them subsequent to their first acquaintance with our own race. Hijack shit. Nigga, who the fuck? Of course the Indians still go there, nigga. That's still our granddaddies. Stupid motherfuckers. Dodge the hijack. I digress. A striking example of this occurred during the removal of the big mound, quote unquote, near the northern end and and about 3 feet from the surface. Two skeletons were discovered about 3 feet from the surface. Boy, somebody done killed them, buried them up there 3 feet deep. Anyway, what was you saying, Jed? Near the northern end, and about 3 feet from the surface, 2 skeletons were discovered very near each other, one evidently that of a male, the other of a female. With the larger of the two were found the spiral spines of 2 conch shells, much decayed, 9 ivory heads of an average size as near as I can recollect, 1 inch in length and nearly 1/2 in diameter, an ivory spool with short shaft but very wide flanges, which were broken around the edges, and 2 curious articles of copper about 3 inches in length and about half as wide, resembling somewhat in the shape of common smoothing iron of the laundry. The underside, which was concave, showed the marks of the mold in which they were cast. The upper side, which was much corroded, showed traces of an elaborate finish in the way of engraving. From the center of the finished upper side, an arm projected at a right angle about 5/8 of an inch in continuous width and 2/8 in thickness at its at its juncture, which tapered to a thin edge. So from the center of the finished upper side, an arm projected at a right angle about 5/8 of an inch in continuous width and 2/8 in thickness at its junction, which tapered to thin edges. So that's a motherfucking, that's a dagger, and that's a motherfucking that's the 4-sided. That's like the Tibetan dagger for the submission of demons. I got one tatted on me, my nigga. Embedded in the verdigris with which they were encrusted were plainly visible the marks of a twisted string, just like ordinary wrapping twine. Hold on. Yeah, I don't know if you can see it. Let's see. Let's see. Can you see it? Oh yeah, you might see it. It's upside down, but it's right here. It's upside down, but it's a motherfucking skull head, goddamn skull. Where is it? There you go. Anyway, it's the same thing as a Tibetan dagger, man. And that dagger represents submission to demons. Let me get back to the reading. Embedded in the verdigris with which they were encrusted were plainly visible the marks of a twisted string, just like ordinary wrapping twine, which had been clumsily tied about them and upon which the beads had been strung. All the above articles were about the heads and neck of the skeleton and had evidently been interred with possessors just as he wore them in life. So yeah, it's some beads, but goddamn, all the goddamn gold beads is gone. There's some motherfucking string around these niggas' neck. Yeah, all right. But they got motherfucking daggers with motherfucking verdigris and smooth edges and all this old shit. 4-sided motherfucking blades. All the above articles were about the head and neck of the skeleton and had evidently been interred with the possessor just as he wore them in life. I have been thus particular in the account of this big Indian, quote unquote, and his treasures. Oh, y'all want to see it on the screen? Let me get some bows and arrows in the chat, man, if you want to see what I'm reading, even though I gave you the book. Well, it takes a little time, man, to explain. Goddamn 1,000 years of history motherfuckers lied about. You know what I'm saying? Takes a little time, man. Takes a little time. You just gotta be patient. We're gonna get to the bottom of it, though. They don't even want to let me do that. All right, fuck it. Try it. It won't let me show y'all that ain't meant. Read the book. It's in the chat. 601 pages. I have been thus particular in the account of this big Indian, quote unquote, and his treasures, for such he undoubtedly was, because these articles of copper and the ivory spool, which must have been turned in a lathe, and I must include also the pieces of cloth found with them, which, however, I did not see, have been taken as the exponents of the state of the arts among the mound builders, and have been made the subject of the most extravagant statements, although I was not present when these articles were taken out. They were placed in my hands a short time afterward by the person who unearthed them, who also kindly gave me portions of the skull, the large bones of the legs, and a lock of hair, ! From the head of both the Sachem and his squaw, which are still in my possession. These motherfuckers still doing witchcraft with your shit. This from 1869. By what means the ponderous mass of earth which formed its roof, what the fuck? I thought it was a pile of dirt. When do a pile of dirt have a roof? By what means the ponderous mass of earth which formed its roof was sustained, the mound itself furnished no clue, for it had long ago fallen in and crushed almost to atoms the already decayed bones of the skeletons lying upon the floor. The what? The floor. The floor of a pile of dirt? Hold on, a pile of dirt with the roof caved in and fell to the floor? By what means the ponderous mass of earth which formed its roof was sustained, the mound itself furnished no clue, for it had long ago fallen in and crushed almost to atoms the already decayed bones of the skeletons lying upon the floor. Nigga, Indiana Jones is right here, nigga, in your motherfucking backyard, nigga. I bet they will send you goofy ass niggas goddamn all the way to motherfucking Cairo. Meanwhile, goofy ass nigga, greetings from Egypt, nigga. Stupid. Where you going? But the most interesting feature of this truly great structure is the sepulchral chamber which it once contained. By what means the ponderous mass of earth which formed its roof was sustained, the mound itself furnished no clue, for it had long ago fallen in and crushed almost to atoms the already decayed bones of the skeletons lying upon the floor. The original length of the chamber could only be conjectured, as portions of the mound had been removed when the street was cut through upon the southern end as seen in the engraving. It could be traced, however, for 72 feet. For this distance, the sides were perfectly smooth and straight and sloped outwardly a few degrees from the perpendicular, and the marks of the tools by which the walls were plastered could be plainly seen. One circumstance, which was very puzzling for a while, was the curious appearance of the surface of the walls. They were covered with a complete network of black lines interlacing and crossing each other with all sorts of beautiful and fanciful complications, resembling more than anything else the delicate tracery of a frosted window pane. The book's in the chat. We giving this shit away. You know what I'm talking about? Take the $100 challenge, man. Subscribe to Hawk School and become your own master teacher. Tribe.
But change your motherfucking mindset. You wanna know why you ain't got shit? Cause you ain't thinking about shit. I come out the door every day with this shit on my mind. I'm gonna give me a bag. Fuck wrong with you? I'm gonna give me some cash. Change your motherfucking mindset, man. You think pennies, you get pennies. Bitch, I'm thinking dollars.
Upon careful examination, these proved to be the remains of rootlets from the trees which once grew upon the surface above. What? You hear this bullshit? Which, finding easy ingress along the face of the wall, had thus covered its surface, but were now completely carbonized. So now this nigga running the whole goddamn hijack. He doing the goddamn triple cross in the goddamn book. We watching him. Lie. Oh, it was roots from the tree, come to find out. The manner of its construction seems to have been thus. The surface of the ground was first made perfectly level and hard. Then the walls were raised with an outward inclination, which were also made perfectly compact and solid and plastered over with moist clay. Now let's bear in mind that he's describing the big mound at St. Louis. Page 43. The book's in the chat. Tribe. Sally the American Indian, you already know what it is, St. Lulu. Live from Mound City. Over these, a roof was formed of heavy timbers, and above all the mound was raised of the desired dimensions. Then he has a footnote. The bodies had all been placed in a direct line upon the floor of the vault. I thought this was a fucking pile of dirt, my nigga. What are we talking about? What are we talking about, tribe? Damn, we lost 3 agents, man. Y'all share the stream. We got some seats. 3 agents just left. We appreciate it. Yeah, I'm over here teaching the motherfucking truth to the youth.
Whatever, then I'm wrong. You got me now. You got me now. Oh, you figured me out. You fucking income fucking poop.
Let's read on. I'm learning some shit. The bodies had all been placed in a direct line upon the floor of the vault, a few feet apart, the equidistance from each other, with their feet towards the west. They were disclosed several at a time as the laborers detached long vertical sections of earth by the simultaneous use of crowbars inserted at the top. Mingled with black deposits which enveloped the bones were beads and shells in prodigious numbers, though in no instance were both deposited with the same individual. So they got some kind of black deposit around them that's goddamn preserving them. Because our ancestors knew these goofy ass niggas on YouTube didn't. There ain't no bones. The bones will turn to dust in 2 days. Shut your goofy ass up. A loaf of bread lasts longer than bones. Goofy ass niggas here, man. The beads, so-called, are the same as are found in the mounds of Ohio, and evidently cut, as Dr. Foster thinks, from the Biscoyne from the Gulf of Mexico. They are small discs perforated and is centered by drilling. From the many specimens in my possession in various stages of their manufacture, the conclusion is warranted that the hole was first drilled and the edges rounded afterwards. So what's going on, bro? Y'all got some explaining to do. We live from Mound City. What's going on? Niggas drilling, goddamn. I'll just keep reading. Many of these have seemed to have been cut from the common mussel shell, which are abundant in this region. The small seashells were only found with a few skeletons, possibly 5 or 6 at the southern end of the vault, and with each one from 4 to 6 quarts, all of which were pierced with small holes near the head by which they were undoubtedly strung together, with the majority, however, only the perforated buttons were found. Perforated, nigga. We perforating shit. You want a nigga perforate your motherfucking teepee, nigga, make you some goddamn snatch off pants. You know how you nigga like to run around with them goddamn Indian pants on and shit. Being very desirous of securing, if possible, a perfect skull, or at least the fragments from which one might be reconstructed, and as all which were thrown out by the excavators were in small pieces which crumbled at the touch, I began a careful excavation with a common kitchen knife near the feet of a skeleton. This nigga is doing archaeology with a goddamn kitchen knife. Who hired this scallywag? I began a careful excavation with a common kitchen knife near the feet of a skeleton, following the spinal column to the head. My work was soon interrupted, however, by the crowd of eager boys from the neighboring school who scrambled for the beads, which were thrown out with every handful of earth with such energy that I was lifted from my feet and borne away. They just throwing your shit out. I don't want that. That ain't nothing I want. By the aid of a burly policeman, however, I was able to finish my excavation, but without being able to secure what was so much desired. The bones were so much decayed when the roof fell in. When the dirt fell to the when the roof fell in, that all the larger bones were crushed and only small fragments of the skull could be obtained, and of course no cavity corresponding to its shape remained from which a plaster cast might have been taken. The last visit to the mound was most interesting of all. The night before, the workmen had made a vertical cut directly across the northern end of the small portion of the work which yet remained. What was there revealed is well represented in the engraving. The sloping walls were of a compact yellow clay. The intermediate spaces filled with blue clay in a much looser condition, in perfect agreement with the idea of its having fallen in from above by the decay of its support. So now we understand how these mounds is coming in. The roof fell in on these motherfuckers, bro. The nigga just explained it to us, bro. Now we know what we looking at. Where the pictures at, man? The roof fell in. Damn, bro. He doing so much lying, he done told us the truth. Now we know where the roof went, tribe. Now we know why they flat at the top. We just discovered some shit, dog. Straight up.
Giving you more of what you hoping for. You ain't hoping in the Lord, huh? You hoping in vain, material, superficial shit. That's why you can't see me, house niggas.
And the Dina cultures does suggest this tradition ended up here.
Roof fell in, cuz.
This is one of the reasons I wanted to come here, because when J.J. Ainsworth was here last time, she told me about these giant axes, and we can see one here. Now that must be at least 1.5 feet long, and this is unfinished. It's made of basalt, but that's got to weigh over 30 pounds, maybe 40 pounds. And there's some other quite large ones at the back over here as well, but this one is really interesting because we know that there's 2 accounts of giant bones being found here at Cahokia. So perhaps this was the axe head made for the giant chief, and the bones were found on Monk's Mound, the main mound where the chief lived. So I guarantee there's a connection between this and the giant bones that were discovered. So this is the largest celt known. It's in the Grossman cache. It's 18 inches long and 6 inches wide and weighs about 28 pounds, they say, so it's close. I said 30 pounds. It's unfinished, but it was potentially a ritualistic piece, but maybe not. We have other ones here, going back, varieties. There is 10 different examples of 12 stone varieties that were mined from the St. Francois mountain. There's Gabbroid type 1, Gabbroid type 2, fine Gabbroid, basalt, dark blue basalt, dark grey basalt, diabase, green snowflake diabase, blue diabase and black diabase. And so there's different types of stone, although they all look fairly similar. This is another case. I don't know if this is the one, but these are pretty big.
Now, you know what I see when I see that? Me being a goddamn motherfucking Aboriginal architect, my nigga. I see like a motherfucking socket set, nigga. That's what that is. There's all this. Nigga, you got the nigga whole socket set, man. Why you got my granddaddy's socket set laid out here? Well, they're all different. It's a socket set, nigga. They're all for different things. You need this stone with this to do this. You need this stone with this to do this. You need the hex screw, nigga. You need the goddamn Phillips, nigga. That's the flathead. Oh, we don't know what the fuck this shit is. It's my granddaddy goddamn tool set, nigga. Look at it, man. Look inside yourself, man. The answers is within, my niggas.
So there's different types of stone, although they all look fairly similar. This is another case. Green snowflake diabase, blue diabase and black diabase. And so there's different types of stone, although they all look fairly similar. This is another case. I don't know if this is the one, but these are pretty big. There's no weights mentioned of each of these, but these do look sort of average, sort of medium size that most people could probably handle. But this one is a whole other thing. This really is the axe of a giant. So here we have the other case I was looking for with the giant axe heads. Look at these ones on the end. These are absolutely massive. I put my hand just there. I'll just round the back to get a sense of size. You can see these are absolutely huge. These are the ones that JJ told me to come and have a look at.
No, you know, they want to do all this giant shit and all these books about giants. Well, nigga, I'm 6'3", and you got these motherfucking pygmies over here, goddamn, 4 motherfucking 5 and shit. They probably think I'm a giant. But we already know George Bonga snitching ass. Nigga, you ain't going down in history just because I read about you. We ain't forget you was an informant, nigga. George Bongo goddamn trader ass. That nigga, they said that nigga carry 800 pounds of furs. So these motherfuckers looking like this is enormous. Nobody could carry shit. George Bongo and his little retarded ass motherfucking brother both think they white. They'll carry it. Don't forget this the nigga was looking for a nigga goddamn in the snowstorm and shit to goddamn bring him back, turn him in. I digress. Yo, peace out to my motherfucking brother, Big Aboriginal Power, man. Go subscribe to his channel, man. Link in the chat, Ab. You already know what time it is, tribe.
You can see the graph at the back here. You can see the size of these is absolutely massive. So number 3 here, this must be like 25 pounds. We have other ones along here. You can look at the photo. But these ones on the end, absolutely crazy. These are the largest celts of the cache. Some thought to be ritualistic. They're so large, they claim in the writing. Consistency are made of wood. It was at least in the area.
Now, they talking about goddamn ads in 5 seconds. Fuck your ass, nigga. Check that out. Roof fell in, cuz. Roof fell in. Yo, peace of the tribes. What up with you, Bout?
Man, what's going on, man?
Oh, man, peace of the tribes. Oh, man, you already know what I'm doing, man. Night Hawkin and Skywalker, man. Sleep is for the week. Happy holidays, man.
You heard that?
Go ahead. I'll mute up. You talk.
Oh no, I was just saying, man. Appreciate you, man. You're here dropping some heat once again. You already know, flying high. Real hawks don't fly with the pigeons, man. You're here dropping some heat. It's critical for us to start analyzing from the way people analyze shit back in the day. Like you said, they can simply see a person that's 6'4", 6'5", 6'6", and easily equate to him being a giant based off of the height. And look at these mega structures. They already told you that the large people, the tall people at the trial was usually the leaders. They already told you that.
Tribe.
You feel what I'm saying? Shout out to Hawk School, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button, subscribe button. Support the channel too, man. Support the channel.
Appreciate that, man. Yeah, man. I don't know how long you was tuned in, man, but the niggas just talking about the roof falling in on the goddamn big mound in motherfucking St. Louis. He describing the whole chamber on the goddamn inside of the mound. Talking about the walls is all motherfucking at a motherfucking perfect angle and all that shit. You know, that about goddamn 15, 20 minutes back. But we just reading this book.
I was definitely listening. They said the roof caved in, and that's how they was able to enter in a lot of these mounds. The roof was caved in, and the reason the roof was caving in is what they failed to mention is because a lot of these rich white people was putting their houses on top of the mound.
Facts.
Like y'all gonna mention that?
Yeah, facts. And we just got down, went to that motherfucker and seen it. We know that's a fact. You know what I'm saying? We just had that on the goddamn screen with where the motherfucker, where the article at? We just had it on the screen. Shit, I just pulled up to that motherfucker myself. I ain't even got to look on the screen. I pulled up to the motherfucker and seen him with a house still on top of that motherfucker. But we was just reading about how they had a house on top of the goddamn the mound in St. Louis. But shit, here we go, right? This shit ain't over with. They still goddamn building houses on top of shit. That motherfucker had a for sale sign. God damn, boy, I wish I could have bought that motherfucker, boy. Somebody caught. Oh, they say the Osage on it now. They talking about they just placed themselves there. We stopped.
Man, boy, that would have been a nice one to get, boy.
Boy, huh? Boy, you could have bought that motherfucker. And that's what I'm saying, man. Shh. You could have bought that.
All y'all niggas would have been in my crib digging.
What? Straight up. We been Indiana Jones night at Alb House. The fuck? Yeah, well, hey, man, I'm about ready to goddamn start digging shit up, nigga. It's my people shit at least, goddamn.
Right, that's what I'm thinking.
Shit, motherfucker, because nigga talking about the golf course and shit. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker, he just described some places in St. Louis in these books I done found where some mounds at motherfuckers ain't even hip to. Nigga probably be like, man, what the fuck you doing? Probably not even trip off of me. But yeah, this a whole chamber. The roof done caved in on this motherfucker. This was a motherfucking pyramid, dog. Look at how it got the roof caved in. He just described it. He said he was describing what was in the picture. This the roof right here that he's showing down there. We looking at it wrong. We don't know because we just see these pictures and we don't know, you know what I'm saying, the observation that went with it or what they trying to goddamn say. But this nigga just explained it in the book. So if we looking at this shit ain't nothing but goddamn, this shit, hold on, that's inside out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? With some motherfucking hills and grass around it, just like we see in this motherfucking picture of the goddamn Cahokia right here. So yeah, they got the right nigga. They got the right nigga on the goddamn task. But this book fucking me up. You know what I'm saying? I'm just reading out the book. I put the book in the chat, man, so everybody get it free. It's gonna be in the description. But shit, they talking about I'm seeing all St. Louis streets. You know what I'm saying? These streets are still popping. And what it say? Another evidence of a large Aboriginal population is furnished by the stone mounds, which are very numerous in certain localities, particularly in those counties through which flow the Osage and the Gasconade rivers. Gasconade, a street in St. Louis, that's an exit off the highway.
Yeah, Gasconade, right.
That's a street, nigga, no. Not being so conspicuous as the others already noticed, they would not be likely to attract the attention of ordinary travelers and may therefore be found covering a much larger area than is at present known. This 1869, we got this book, this man saying this. These are simple heaps of stones of such size as could be conveniently carried from the ravines which were there, where they are found to the highest elevations, the spots usually chosen for the erection. I have seen them in groups of continuous lines running back from the very brow of a precipitous escarpment 250 feet above the Gasconade, above the river, which swept majestically below. 250 feet above the river, he's seeing motherfucking temples.
Oh,
It says,
they
in
got
fact,
high ride. They got
nigga,
high
huh?
ride.
Bruh. Hold on, man. Let me get these niggas some goddamn. Oh, we got Shy Alpha in this bitch. Let me get my nigga in the tribe.
Hey, make sure y'all support Big Hawk School, man. That cash out tag at the bottom right of the screen. Make sure y'all support my brother, man. He put in a lot of work giving y'all these documents, you know what I mean, from the 1800s. And mind you, a lot of these early 1800s documents haven't had the heavy influence of indoctrinating inserts in it. So a lot of it's raw, it's just their real opinion, it's their real concepts that they pushing, that they actually believe. You know what I'm saying? So we got to keep that in consideration. A lot of this raw information is coming out in the 1800s. Mind you, this is during the 1800s when they started to formulate the Reconstruction period. So a lot of those books that was published in the 1800s are not part of the Reconstruction period information. We got to keep that in mind as well. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. I got to get over here to the channel, man. Y'all know I'm going live in a minute. I'll be live in like 20 minutes, y'all. Make sure y'all tap in. Got something nice for y'all. Got something real nice for y'all. Make sure y'all subscribe to Big Hawk. Hit that like button. Support his channel, man.
Hey, man, I appreciate you, man. They doing me like they did A1 stream. They did the same shit, man. Kicked my nigga off and left me on the goddamn stream. I
Yeah, they was
appreciate
doing
you.
A1 bad last night.
I know this really your time slot, man. I done went over time, man. I'm just, I thought you
No,
was
you
on
good,
holiday
nigga.
vacation.
Shit, I'm about to get started in a minute.
I thought
Peace
you was
to the
on a
God.
vacation day. Yo,
Tribe.
Tribe. What's going on, brother? Anything you want to say to the people, man? We're going to close it up, man, because it's about time to head on over to Aboriginal Power Channel.
Yeah,
Man.
next go around when you go live on Show Some Mounds. I showed some mounds on this Soul Channel a few months ago, but I'm coming to a conclusion. Even with these modern Coliseums, they definitely built over our mounds, bro.
Yeah, that's a fact. Yeah.
Especially Yale, nigga. I got some shit to show y'all later.
Yeah, you see it. That's it right there. That's it right there, bro. We've been up all night studying this shit.
Man, the
That's
University of UT is built on an old ancient ceremonial ground that allegedly has high frequency energy there. They now has Medium Stadium there, which is the University of Tennessee actual stadium. So it's a lot of energy down there.
Yeah, man, we was just checking out some shit in the goddamn Paleface was at mile 72, nigga. It was like 4-5 deer just out there when just chilling, looking at him crazy in the motherfucker in the traffic. Like, what the fuck you doing out here in the woods? But you know what, man? As I'm looking at this shit when they talking about this Aboriginal shit, I was about to close out the book and close this shit out, but it fucked me up because I just glanced over and I seen some shit I want to read to y'all. It say the Ozark Hills, clothed with the primeval forest, are full of them. They are generally considered more recent than the earthen tumuli. In all that I have opened, nothing was discovered which shed any light upon their history, save a few human teeth and the smallest bits of the larger bones, which prove them to be burial mounds. It is stated by Adair that some of the nomadic tribes of Indians thus disposed of their dead as they passed and repassed those graves from year to year, each man
Can we
of the
talk
tribe.
about that real quick?
Yeah, go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
When they mentioning of a lot of these Native Americans burying their family in shallow graves and just throwing them wherever they were, they're talking about the migrant tribes in America. We're talking about literally nomadic tribes that wandered here from Siberia or from the Pacific crossing.
That's right. Well, that's what we were just talking about earlier, man. You know, one simple thing that I don't think anybody's done the research to, that I was just reading, last night was about the corn and how long it takes to motherfucking harvest and grow the corn. Just in that itself proves that motherfuckers ain't nomadic, because they got to goddamn wait for the corn to grow to even get the crop.
Let's take it a step farther. They didn't even have corn at one point. They had a GMO corn from maize about 12,000
Oh yeah, for sure.
years ago.
Maize is the word I mean. I don't mean corn. I do mean maize. You know, I'm all goddamn westernized out and shit. You're right.
And they turned that into what we call corn today.
That's a fact. That shit you used to see at the school during Thanksgiving. It looked like corn that was goddamn had all different colors on it. Calico corn. That's the real. That's maize. That's the real joint. All natural. Now listen what it say right here. He talking about how he say he looking at the shit observed up on the hill, 250 feet, goddamn above the river and shit. He say in a group of 7, I observed one which showed some skill in masonry. One of the walls was built up with a smooth face, about 3 feet in height. So these just little monuments everywhere. You know what I'm saying? It say. I go scroll down and you'll see. Hold on. Let me share my screen, man, so niggas know I ain't goddamn making shit up. I don't know if that was doing too much. He's saying this connection should be noted still another class. The most noteworthy examples of this, which were discovered about the year 1818 in the town of Fenton, about 15 miles from St. Louis. These were stone. So you got all these motherfucking structures. Yeah, this motherfucker gonna start tripping. I'm doing too much. So niggas' graves is up 250 motherfucking feet. You know what I'm saying? Of the river with motherfucking 3 foot high motherfucking goddamn monuments for their ancestors and shit. He said, according to Dr. Beck of Gazetteer fame, much discussion was elicited at the time and many communications appeared in the newspapers. The chief point upon which is centered was the shortness of the graves. Now, this is where they try to fake like it was some pygmies, but then they found that the bones, what do you say? But the fact that in some of them, the leg bones were observed parallel with alongside of the bones of the thigh accounted for the shortness of the graves. See, now this just motherfuckers before them was thinking these were some pygmy graves. You know what I'm saying? But this is just, it just goes on and on. Stone graves found in Perry County, 75 miles, all the way 75 miles from St. Louis. They got all these monuments. But I digress, man. I think we really got down, kicked their ass, man, showing and proving that these motherfucking, these mounds ain't nothing but some motherfucking temples.
Right.
That motherfuckers just standing on top of our shit. Just standing on top of our shit. Cause this is where the mound he was describing. This shit here, Shy. So they standing on top of the temple with some dirt. Hey man, this shit crazy. Appreciate y'all for tapping in, man. You already know what it is, man. Live with the Unconquered Tribes, man. Shout out Aboriginal Power for coming through, man. Go on, head over there, man. You know what it is, man. Tribe. Hawks don't fly with pigeons, man. Peace to the tribes. Make sure you share the stream. I appreciate you for tuning in. Don't forget, man. Get your motherfucking mind right.
But change your motherfucking mindset. You wanna know why you ain't got shit? Cause you ain't thinking about shit. I come out the door every day with this shit on my mind. I'm gonna give me a bag. Fuck wrong with you? I'm gonna give me some cash. Change your motherfucking mindset, man. You think pennies